All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everybody's well. What's happening with y'all? All right, jumped on here early. Second day in the row of the earliness. Black Fonz, what's going on, man? DJ OC in the building. What's happening with you, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Y'all make sure y'all, of course, as always, subscribe to the Parlor of East Wheaton. Ray Patterson, what's good, man? How are you feeling, sir? Hope you well. Hope you well. Hope you well. All right. We ain't got too many people in the building. We got 11 people in the building. That's what's up. Wait for everybody to show up if you're going to show up. Daryl McKinney in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling, sir? Hope you well this morning as we continue on this boxing grind. You know what it is. Terry Schmoot, what's up, man? Richard Paris, what's going on, man? Good morning, Richard. How are you? LR, what's happening with you, sir? What's going on, D Free, out there in DC? The winning team. Platinum alkaline water in the building. What's going on? The Lindsay Way, good morning. Buck 50 in the building. What's happening? Marlon, good morning. Says good morning, chat. What's up, Fanon? Nothing, man. Just gonna enjoy this day. This good day of boxing, man. Good day of boxing talk in the morning. You know, while everybody else is going to work, and I got done with my work for the day. So now it's just time to sit back, chill, talk to y'all about what y'all want to talk about, which is usually this boxing stuff. I want to start off with saying that, man, I think I may owe Devin Haney fans an apology. Think I may owe Devin Haney fans an apology, dog. I lost interest in boxing since the loss of Errol Spence. Why? You weren't excited? That was a spectacle to see. Man, for what? There's a bunch of good fights coming up. There's a lot of good fights coming up. Anthony Joshua's about to beat up on Robert Helenius this weekend. Apologize to us. Yeah, man, because Shakur, bro, I might say, hey, I might offer Shakur 15%. I might have to offer Shakur 15%, dog. Shakur is just like, man, Shakur, man, what's wrong with you, Shakur? I'm telling you, man, that crybaby stuff, man. Them black fighters over there on Top Rank, man, they be on some straight up tears, bro. They on some straight up tears, bro. Like, man, I can't believe this man is saying the things he's saying. I can't believe he's copping an attitude about what he's copping an attitude about. Tony Brown, do you think Errol? What do you think about Errol continuing to fight? That's his decision. I'm not going to tell that man to do what to do with his life. You know what I mean? Retire after one loss. He looked bad in one fight. So, you know. I mean, I'm not about to sit here and call for that man's retirement. No, I'm not. That is his decision. 100% his decision. And if he doesn't want to go out like that, I understand not wanting to go out like that. You all have absolutely no boxing fans have no, like, I mean, you talking about that man so bad if he retired after that fight. So no, man, come back and do your thing if that's what you want to do. If you don't, Shakur Stevenson, man, look, man. I'll lay down. Let me get to like 200 people in the building, man. Let's wait till we get like 200 people in the building. Maybe 300 people in the building. Errol definitely need to go up and wait and take some tune-ups. So he's so stubborn, though. Yeah, I think he does need at least one or two. You know, get some fights. You know what I mean? Get some fights. Tracy Harris, I love how Crawford Crows are going to go back to every comment about Bud making themselves look silly. Look, man, these dudes are just look. You make yourself look silly when you act like you won. You didn't win. I'm sorry, man. That's where it ends. Like, you didn't win. You didn't win, man. You didn't win. Yeah, man. You didn't win that fight. Terrence Crawford did. So act like you got some sense, man, and keep it pushing. But yeah. I'm gonna wait for some people to come into the chat. What's going on, Keith Pierre? What's going on, Magnum Opus in the building? Paul Allen said, I'm still team Spence, win, lose, or draw. I was the same way with Terry Norris. Yeah, man, you just got to keep it pushing, man. Which if you're going to support a fighter, support the fighter. I'm team Gary Russell Jr. for eternity, dog. I'm looking forward to Gary Antoine fighting this week. And that's how you win. That's how you win against these troll type dudes. You keep going. You don't back up and act like they got you. And man, you let the man, it was, I still was like, man, God dog. Man, that fight is just how it is. Good morning. What's going on, Shamir Ogden? Great interview by Floyd. Yeah, except for when he brought up Ali. No doubt. He's delusional about Muhammad Ali, though. I swear to God he is. He's delusional about Muhammad Ali. And I swear these dudes be listening to me. I swear these dudes be listening to me, dog. I swear they do. I swear they do. Man, dog, the one person I have a hard time believing would actually listen to me is Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't know. For some reason, he just seems a little lofty. You know what I mean? He seems a little lofty to me. I don't know why. Maybe that's the respect that I have for the man and everything that he achieved, in his career. But I swear that dude be listening to me, man. I swear they do. Because, man, I said something, man, it came right out that man's mouth. I said it came right out that man's mouth, not a couple days later. And I'm like, yeah, okay, dog. I think you may be listening, homie. But at the same time, bro, he's right. Because I believe he's listened to something I said, which was that all of this comparison with him and Terrence Crawford shows how great Floyd is and how everybody's going to be comparing people in the future to him. But then he went and said, hey, everybody in the past, they're comparing everybody in the past to me too. And had he said, Ninja Floyd don't mess with you. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They listen to me, man. Come on, man. You didn't hear all these trolls. I'm a superstar. Man, they be listening, man. Don't act like these boys don't be listening. They be listening to everything. Leonard Eller be listening, so why can't Floyd? Anyway. No, I'm riding with him no matter. Hold on one second, man. Hey, Martin, does Bud have a way out of a rematch with Errol only if Errol only wants to fight at 154? Does Bud still have to honor the cause? He said Ninja Floyd don't mess with you. Oh, I didn't say listen. Man, please, I don't know why Floyd wouldn't mess with me. The only issue Floyd would ever have with me is that I don't go with that Ali shit. I'm sorry, bro. You gotta sit that down, dog. You gotta sit that down, bro. You gotta sit that down. Nobody is comparing Ali to you. Okay. They are not comparing Ali to you. You're comparing you to Ali. Respect your elders, man. Respect your elders. You know what I mean? That's just how it works, bro. I'm a little older than Floyd, so trust me. I know Floyd. But you the man now. Floyd's the man now. Floyd is legitimately sewn in as an all-time great. The way that people are responding, he ain't been forgotten, bro. He's many years after retirement, this dude's still fresh on people's mind. So you better believe that he is definitely like that. He's definitely a living legend in the game, in the sport of boxing, without a doubt. Still second fiddle to Ali. You're just gonna have to sit on that, dog. I don't care how many libraries you live in. I don't care if you live in that big ass library. Finally getting his respect, man. I've always given him his respect, man. I've always given Floyd Mayweather's respect. He said, Bud fans salty. Even Floyd know the truth. Look, man, they can get mad all they want. Everybody knows something wasn't right with that dude. They don't take nothing away from Bud, though. Bud's a great fighter, man. Bud's a great fighter. I want to know where all these guys were. They were not calling him number one pound for pound. That's what I want to know. That's me, personally. I want to know where all you guys are that weren't calling him number one pound for pound. Corporate media, hey, dog, look, I don't care. We're on my channel. F the corporate media. We're right here right now, okay? We're here. This is where we at. We right here this morning. Yeah, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Support the channel. Do something like that. Don't sit on your lazy duff And we're gonna get these people jumping on early this morning. I know y'all don't really like to talk to me. This guy over there, Twitter, swore, "Oh, I'm not afraid to talk to you." He didn't say afraid, but he did put some all caps in the middle of the sentence. Yeah, just give me some time. I'll be working. Give me some time, man. I've been doing this for a year. I've been calling for the smoke for over a year and a half. Give you some time, man. Come on. I wasn't calling him pound for pound number one, but that's just in my opinion. Hey, look, man, all this stuff is your opinion, whether somebody's the top dude or not. I just want to know where all these dudes were and why a week before the fight they were saying it was Monster Inoue no matter what he did. That's what they said. It's Monster Inoue no matter what he does. No matter what Terrence or Errol does, it's Monster Inoue. Monster Inoue sewed it up. Let's change that up. Now that Errol lost, let's change that up. I still think Spence had an allergic reaction, but that's me being biased anyway. Look, man, hey, dude, just say your opinion, man. Don't let these people do all this biased nonsense. These dudes are biased. Bunch of these dudes are biased, dog. Champy in the building. How can I help you, Champy? You're on mute.
Yo. What's the topic?
Bro, it's the usual. Is there anything that you have that I say that you disagree with? If so, what is it? If not, do you have a point you'd like to make other than that?
No, I wouldn't say I would disagree or agree, but I'm gonna say I just gotta say Canelo, he's pound for pound number one. The rest of the list after that, bro, it's like doesn't even matter, like yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Hey man, that Cali skunk.
But yo, I'm driving. I'll take your comments off the air. Canelo pound for pound number.
Man, we got to kick you off of here, champion. We can't hear none of that. Okay, we not hearing none of that. What do I think? I think, look, bro, you need to put that, whatever you smoking, you need to put that shit down. Canelo Alvarez is most definitely not number one pound for pound, bro. Number one, we don't have people to get popped dirty with steroids on the pound for pound list. Let's start with that one. Okay. Number two, he lost to B-Ball. And after that, he had two very underwhelming performances, both against Gennady Golovkin, old man Gennady Golovkin, and John Ryder. Look less than spectacular. He is well past his prime. And he is what you call a great, but he is a great in regression. Look, man, you got to start doing something, man. We got to get rid of this phrase bias all the time. Because that's cheap. That's a cheap word. Bias. Prove that your logic is better than him without calling him names. Okay? That's where I am. Stop trying to duck out of somebody's opinion by calling them biased if you can't come up with a reason why you disagree with them. Okay? Bias is the word of cowards in boxing. Oh, you're just biased. This is bias. You're just calling names, man. Get out. You're throwing spitballs when you call people biased. I really do not like that phrase. I don't like that phrase at all. Oh, you're just biased. That's just a cheap way to not have to really address what the person says. And you're making it personal. He may actually believe that. I think that that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I really do think that that's ridiculous. But he doesn't have to be biased. That's what he could literally see, and it is what it is. I don't think that's unfair. It's not like Canelo Alvarez is not a great fighter. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. The best fighter in boxing right now? I do not think so. I do not think so. So, yeah, I just think that I think most of the times that people call people biased, that's just a cheap attack. And honestly, man, I get tired of it. And having as many boxing debates as I have and conversations I have, it gets put out so much That it's just like, man, if you want to call somebody biased, you immediately like I borderline just want to put the phone, just stop the conversation as soon as you say the word. You know what I mean? A lot of fighters have Canelo as number one pound for pound. I don't know who they are or what they who has that, but I mean, I think at this point in time, it's ridiculous to say that it's. I think not ridiculous. I just think that it is one. I just think it's Errol. I think it's Terrence Crawford. Now, as far as Errol needing to go up to 160 pounds, man, that's a lot of people saying that. Like, nah, man, you need to be at 160. You can't fight at that weight anymore. You're at too big of a disadvantage. Terrence Crawford needs to take that fight with Errol at whatever weight he wants. That's what I think Terrence should do. Terrence should say, hey, man, in exchange for you making this fight and pressing this fight and give me all this money, I'll fight you at whatever weight you want to weigh in. Doesn't make a difference to me. If you want to weigh 160, weigh 160. That would be the hardcore thing for Terrence Crawford to do. Whatever you want to weigh that. Not even a catch weight. Whatever you want to weigh, you can weigh it. Doesn't make a difference to me. Whatever you want to weigh it. You want to come in at 160, cool. Come in at 160. You want to come at 162, come in at 162. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm going to beat you either way. But I want you to be full strength, feel like you're strong, all of that good stuff. And then Terrence can come in at whatever weight he wants to come in at. Why not? Wouldn't make a difference. Shouldn't make a difference if he's that much better than there. That's what everybody's saying. So let the man come in all the way strong. Let the man come in all the way strong. Do you think Bud will do 154 with Errol? He has no choice. Errol's not going to fight him at 147. Errol can't make 147, apparently. And I do believe that the strength and the coordination, all that stuff is off when you're that weak. No, I mean, look, he doesn't have to retire because, man, why would he have to retire? Because you lose one time? That's just people want him out of the sport. A lot of them. I don't think he needs to require. Oh, what did Shakur do? Okay, we're at 400 people. Let me tell you what Shakur did. Barbara D. Shakur Stevenson is the biggest crybaby in all of boxing. He is the biggest crybaby in all of boxing, and he made a buffoon. And coming from somebody who has made a buffoon of himself before, Shakur Stevenson is out here making a buffoon of himself. Because what he did, Barbara, was when Showtime put out the epilogue of the fight that took place between Errol and Terrence Crawford. On the thumbnail, they had a picture of Terrence Crawford with his arm around Shakur Stevenson. Now, mind you, whoever made that picture may not even have known who Shakur is because his face was down, may have thought it was his nephew or something. Shakur looked kind of young with them big dimples and stuff. Got kind of like a baby face. I am so offended that Fahim Satur said that Shakur is acting very light-skinned. Seeing as he learned it from Bud, who's black as milk chocolate. Okay? Come on, man. Come on. He learned it from Bud, who's black as the abyss. But you trying to talk about light-skinned, man? Come on, man. Light-skinned dudes be acting super hardcore, bro. So he complained, literally complaining that he wasn't in the epilogue. That he wasn't actually in there, and he got some people rooting him on. Yeah, y'all did that on purpose. He did that. Bud got a light-skinned nose. Come on, man. Bud's nose is dark-skinned. The only thing is that the rest of him is really dark-skinned. He's full-fledged black-skinned. Like, he's full-fledged black-skinned. So, nah, bro, I ain't trying. And he does that too. Crybaby and blaming Showtime for not listing him as a champion when it was Fox. And still ain't apologized for it. Still ain't apologized for it. Come on, man. I'm insulted by that light skin energy stuff. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful. That's straight up hardcore disrespectful. Where's my phone at, man? Bud is a brother. Yeah, man, we're all brothers, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that stuff. All right? I'm trying to tell you right now, I ain't trying to hear none of that stuff. I know full well a whole bunch of y'all soft as butter. Okay? So don't be trying to give me none of that, dog. I don't want none of that. What is this? This is from yesterday. Hold on one second. You know, that's all right, man. Y'all trying to be bad. Y'all, I know what y'all do. Y'all hating on the cats because they got a little glow in their skin. You know what I mean? Do not please do not discriminate against the melanin impaired. Okay? Please do not. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you, man, to my guy. Solo Champ in the building said, one love for the chat, brother. Thank you for the support in the super chat, brother. Thank you for supporting 3 minutes of this live stream, brother. Thank you. It means a ton. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Solo Champ 83rd, 83. Man, I love how cats tell me exactly how old they are in their what do you call them? Their in the names, bro. 83. How old would that make you? 40? 40 years old? You 40? That's what's up. He's black skinned. Dude, there's a difference between brown skin. There are black skinned people. He's a black skinned person. And that is a comment. I mean, that is a compliment. No, y'all don't got me twisted. He's a black skinned person. That is a compliment. He has not had brown skin. He is black skinned. You know what I mean? He's not like, what do you call it? Like some of them Somalian blacks, like womb, like for real, like their eyeballs are black. But hey, man, they say you're right, Fanon, Alabama. What's going? Hey, what's that? Hey, Bud said he won't fight over 154. Yeah, okay, he said that's his limited weight. That's good. Still, man. Some of them cats black eyeballs, man, they be black, like straight up as black as you can get. They got Indians as black as you can get too. We appreciate the time that you take to do what you do. Thank you, London Coaxum. I appreciate that, man. Well, hit the like button. Support the channel in some way, shape, form, and fashion. Can't support them in the super chat and the cash app. Hit the like button. Share the video. All those good things, man. All those good things. Yeah, he does. Well, let me put it this way. His mother has beautiful skin. I will not say anything about him, but I will say his mother has beautiful skin. His mother got skin like my grandmother. That's who. Matter of fact, his mother reminds me of my grandmother. My grandmother's a little taller, and built differently, but she reminds me of my grandmother. Last time I saw my grandmother, black skin, black turtleneck. I was coming from law school, went to visit her after my grandfather died. Had a really nice conversation with my grandmother. That was the last time in her front room in West Philadelphia. Was the last time I saw her before she passed away. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful woman. If they rematch in an open weight, then I want the winner of the trilogy to fight Canelo after an open weigh-in. Man, Canelo is gone, man. Canelo is going to be fighting Jermell. Okay. What's going on, Bills? What's going on, Bills? How you feeling, man? How can Bud call Charlo out if he's not willing to move up? He wants to move up to 154 pounds. He doesn't want to go above 154. But again, I'm telling you right now, if Jermell beats Canelo Alvarez twice, that fight's not going to take place anyway. That's not a realistic thing for Bud. Bud's going to have to go fight Tim Tszyu or somebody like that. Go ahead. He's going to have to put some work in to get that. Mark Edwards in the building said, Bison Pride. You know what it is. Thank you, baby. Being HU, baby. Right there. I got the HU right there. Yeah. Thanks, God Touch. I appreciate you, man. Said, Fanon, love the show. Keep it going, bro. I'm doing it. Even when there ain't a lot going on. But let's seriously, man. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. made some statements in the live stream about Errol Spence Jr. needing to move to 160 or 168 pounds. And now you've had RIP GMA. Who's GMA? Good Morning America? They got rid of Good Morning America? Is that what you're saying, the Red? They canceled Good Morning America? What's GMA? So yeah, Rick, hey man, thank you, brother. Man, that's big. That's big support, brother. Thank you, bro. Rick Cooper said the boxing intellectual, the best in the game. Fanon, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, yeah. Howard University, man, just stellar institution, bro. Stellar institution. Stellar institution. So 5, should we just say Crawford sets his sights on 51-0? He'll never get there. Oh, grandma, thank you very much. Gma, grandma. Yeah, rest in peace to my grandmother. Yeah, and my grandfather. And my other grandfather and my other grandmother. I've lost and my 3 aunts and my 3 uncles. 2 aunts, excuse me. 2 aunts. I've lost 2 aunts, 3 uncles, 4 grandparents over the course of my life. Actually, my grandfather on my mother's side passed away before I was born. So definitely rest in peace to him too. And my great grandmother, Mama Nanny. Lost her too. Yeah, never knew the grandparents, my great grandparents on the other side though. Floyd is a smart man. He's hell aware. If Errol moves to 154 and fights Bud for the second time, he should move to 160. I agree with him that he should fight at 160. And he should just get some fights in at 160, be able to be full size, man. Be full size, be full strength. You know what I mean? I agree. I agree that he should. But, Errol, somebody else said that Errol, she passed away in the 90s. So it's been a long time. She passed away in the 90s, early in the late 90s. My grandfather passed away in the early 90s. I'm a cry. I lost so many. Let's go boxing talk. RIP to all the loved ones. Yeah, absolutely. No joke. Absolutely. Will he retire? Ain't no way, but fighting 11 more times. He's not going to get to 50-0. He doesn't fight enough to get to 50-0. He's only fighting once a year. This year, in the last year, he fought twice. That's the first time. That's the first time he fought twice. Ain't no money at 160. Ain't no money at 154 either. Ain't no money at 154 either. What's at 154? Nothing. Ain't no money at 154. Ain't no money at 160. He can fight Keith Thurman at 154. If he's at 154, there'll be money at 154 because people will move up to 154. You know? Get a rematch with Sean Porter. Tell Sean Porter come back out. See if you can get a rematch with Sean Porter. No, I don't think it's unthinkable at all for him to fight at 160. Why not? His first weight class is 147. He can do one. I think it's more about his body, man. Thank you, Ricky Cooper. I think it's much more about his body, man. Yeah, he's the money in that regard. But he can do I'm not saying he can do what he wants to do, man. Hey, Frederick Meadows, brother, thank you for that support, man. He said, morning for 9, keep cooking. Yes, sir, we will. You know what it is. We will, for sure. I almost didn't feel like getting up this morning, man. I was, man, it was tough to be like thankful this morning. Frederick, it was a little tough to be thankful this morning. And I don't know why, man, but I felt guilty because I didn't feel as thankful this morning as I should feel. Being able to get up and do this every morning and talk to you guys every morning, I didn't quite feel as thankful as I should have been. Maybe because I haven't taken a day off in a couple months. But man, I swear I got up and I was like almost like I wasn't thankful. I'm like, man, I'm thankful. Thank you. If I ever act for 2 seconds like I'm not thankful for you people, please let me know that I'm not acting like I'm thankful. You ain't never going to get humble out of me, but you'll get thankful. You know what I mean? You ain't never going to get humble out of me, but you'll get some thankful. Bill said, Fanon, this is Mr. Norvit. When my Cash App get right, I'll be back sending. Thank you, Bills. Hey, brother, any support is appreciated. Thank you, bro. Is it because of the hate of these Twitter clowns? No, of course not. Of course not. What Twitter? Twitter is they're nobodies over on Twitter. I don't pay attention to them people. They're talking in the vacuum. Like, What would I care for? No joke. I hit the block button and I never see him again. No. See, what the Twitter people are is they're cowards that are in the comment section that won't hit this link that I'm putting up right here. Now watch this. Look, watch this. Here it is. Any and everybody over there on Twitter got something to say about me. Go ahead, hit this link. Hell no, I'm grateful for that. These clowns know me. What? Look, you put something on. Now, I'm not talking about you necessarily. Floss, they done starting hate groups on you. Groups, they done starting groups hating on you. No, let me tell you what that is. That's the mainstream boxing media doing that. That's what Kamal Oz considers to be the what do you call it? The corporate media. That's the corporate media doing that. And they're little groups of people that they get to try to make it look like, trying to keep somebody from listening to you or ridiculing what you have to say. I don't give a rat's ass what the mainstream media has to say about me. They're talking about me. So good. Thank you very much. I don't listen to them, so I couldn't care less, to tell you the truth. Really, they're in a vacuum talking to themselves. Look at how many views they get. They get like what? 1,000? If they get 20, dude, it's a good day for them. I get more haters on my live streams than they get. They can hate all they want. I don't care, man. It doesn't make a difference to me. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Barbara Davis, thank you. Much love in that Cash App said, hey, I agree with Ricky Cooper with the $5 holler. Thank you, sister. But look, here's his link. No, they can hate. They can do whatever they want to do, bro. It don't make a difference. I'm a boxing fan. Make a difference to me. It doesn't make a difference to me. Really, it does not make a difference to me because I hit block. Block. I'll play with them when I want to play with them. Other time, I just hit the block button and I don't see anything they have to say. They all swim around talking about me, but not they all. Most people don't even care. What offends me is that no mainstream person that I like will ever retweet me or comment on my posts. That's the thing that throws me off. You know what I mean? That's the thing that throws me off. Like other people get retweets. I never get retweets. I never get comments. I never get responses. But when I'm at a boxing event, they'll come up to me and talk to me there and say, man, thank you. Really appreciate what you have to say. You know, you really know your stuff. It's like you know, but you don't know. Hey, man, thank you. And I'll be sitting in a chair. I'll be sitting down like, because I only really buy tickets front row. Cats will be like, man, you the realist. Just want to let you know, man, support you 100 miles an hour. You the realist. You the only one that says everything that, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And I appreciate it, brother, and I do. You know what I mean? However, be nice if you said something nice in public and just not when you see me, you know? But that's okay. It is what it is. Don't worry about that, Fanon. We all have those mornings. We just keep pushing, fam. We got your back. Thank you, Chosen Gaming. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, it's just one of those, man. It was one of those this morning. No joke. It was one of those this morning. And Los El Chino in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. Bill Haney used to hate, but I haven't heard him talk crazy in a while. Hey, look, man, I'm going to tell you about Bill Haney. I like Bill Haney. I like Bill Haney. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Bill Haney. I'll say what I think about certain circumstances, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that dude has done a great job with his son. I think he's done a great job with his son. In my opinion, I like you, Fanon, and disagree with 90% of your opinions, but you're a good guy. I appreciate that in my opinion. I doubt that you disagree with 90% of my opinions, though. I doubt that because I don't think you know. I don't think you know 90% of my opinions. I don't really give a lot of opinions. Truth be told, most of the videos that I do where they just start talking about it like it's me. And it's not me. I'm talking about what somebody else says. And I'll actually have the exact opposite opinion of what the person said, but nobody ever really pays attention to that because they rather attack me and make it about me than make it about, like, say what What's the man said? Well, like if Leonard Ellerby says something, they'll be like, well, why do you think that? And I'll say, it's not what I think, it's what Leonard Ellerby said. So you getting mad at me about something somebody else said. I'm talking about what somebody else said. Well, you're talking about it. You must agree with it. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But look, let's not make this all about me. Let's make it about some of y'all trying to come get this smoke. Hey, what's going on? Yannick said, hey, you keep me pushing. I'ma keep you pushing. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, in my opinion, I doubt very much that you disagree with 90% of what I say. Nobody does. Man, most times, here's the thing, man. People be looking for arguments. Most time we agree on most things. We agree on most things. The vast majority of things, but we own the tension and the friction comes with when we disagree. The Pullout Bandit said, Bill is a hustler, slick talker, reminds me of a typical city nigga. I can relate. Look, man, I can relate to what the man is trying to do. The man has a job. He's out there doing his job. What's going on the Last Laugh podcast? He's out there doing his job. You can't hate on a man doing his job. That's his job. All of this other personal stuff, dude, first of all, this is boxing, man. So what the hell? What are you being so personal for? You're a hater. You're the worst thing ever. You're a bum. You're this. You're a failed this. You're a failed that. Oh, man, your mama don't love you. All of that garbage. Man, we talking about who thinks is going to win a boxing match, man. And you wrapping it up in all of that nonsense. Look, I will tell you that I don't like when fighters get torn down, bro. Ace Fanan, why you give that crap any juice, my man? You're established, do your thing, bro. Because look, man, triple threat. Because it's something to talk about. It's out there. We're going to talk. People want to know. People want to know. Do you think Crawford working with Victor Conte is suspect? I think Victor Conte is suspect. Yes, I do. I think Victor Conte is suspect. I'll put it that way. I do, however, think he's perfectly capable of working with somebody and not putting them on performance-enhancing drugs. Let me say it that way. I also think that it would be recklessly irresponsible for me if what you're getting at is to assume that Terrence Crawford is on performance-enhancing drugs. I think that would be recklessly irresponsible of me and something that I'm not willing to do as it relates to Terrence Crawford. I think that he's very, very strong and clearly very, very strong. But no, I'm not willing to go that route with Terrence Crawford. No. I will say hashtag busted gloves because his gloves busted. But I will never go and say anything like that because there's no reason for me to believe that any more than there is with Devin Haney, even though any more than there is with, but now I will say this, though. I say that in full understanding that I believe a great number of boxers are using performance-enhancing drugs. Got a wrestling background, has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. There's boxers that are very strong. You be snapping on trolls, though, Fanan. You called that girl ugly. No, I did not call her ugly. I called her a booger bear. And I called her a 50-footer is what I called her. She said I got titties. I said you're a 50-footer. What? I described her as a 50-footer. And you don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? You'll be shocked. She wipes that makeup off. So you may be shocked. I called her a 50-footer, and I mean it. She looks good from 50 feet away. The closer you get, the less impressive it is. I've seen Stacey Dash in person. She's the exact opposite. Stacey Dash is better looking in person than she is on TV. Like, oh, wow, okay. You're actually better looking. Whitney Houston, rest in peace, was much better looking in person than she was on television. I was amazed. I was like, I always knew she was pretty, but then when you saw her in person, it was like, wow, you're really beautiful in person. Like, even during all that crack stuff. Even all that stuff when she was smoking and sweating up, that was during the time I saw her. I was like, wow, she's gorgeous. Like, no joke. Whitney Houston was gorgeous in person. She's the exact opposite. You know what I mean? That's a 50-footer, bro. That's a 50-footer. That's all I'm saying. You say what you want about me. Your ass is a 50-footer, and you and I both know it. Anyway, far from nice, but nice from far, but far from nice. I'm just telling you. That's the packaging. Hey, Fanon, do you think and I didn't appreciate her talking about my body. Like, you tripping? I didn't appreciate that at all. So it is because I wasn't even talking to her when I said what I said, and I know what they was responding to. I wasn't even. Loose and Lula said, what the F is this talk about? Hey, man, it's, dog, bring up something, all right? A 50-footer, dude, that's what I'm telling you. There's 50-footers out there. Look great from 50 feet away. Hey, sorry for now, but I'm taking that one, OG. Hey, you can have it, bro. I'm telling you, better watch out for them. Most of those girls are that, bro. A lot of those girls are that. Man, they out here like Cherokee. They're like out here like Cherokee warriors, bro. Painting that face on. Sorry, folks. Hey, anyway, one deep boxing bring up something. Yeah, you know what I mean? There ain't nothing you don't want to talk about. Bring something else up. Easy. I'm here to talk boxing about whatever y'all want to talk about. Joe Schmo, Shakur Stevenson got upset because Showtime did not put him in the epilogue, like they owed it to him or something, because he was on the picture, because he was in the picture. Because he was in the thumbnail. And the funny thing was that Showtime just took him off the thumbnail. They were like, man, Stephen Espinosa said, man, take him off the thumbnail. Dog, we put you on the thumbnail. You should have been saying thank you. And Stephen Espinosa is like, what you think this is? This is not all access Shakur Stevenson. He was like, he was like Keith Thurman and somebody else wasn't even there. They weren't in there either. He's like, oh, don't try to cap and make up for it. Man, you tripping, bro. Like, dude, you were coming across like a straight spoiled brat, dog. And you're stupid to boot. What? Let me ask you a question, man. Shakur Stevenson, do you want to make a lot of money or not? Why would you spit in the face of a guy that when you get out of your top-ranked contract could be a very real option for you to make a lot of money against Gervonta Davis? But you're going to sit here and cornball with the man? Y'all better be glad Stephen Espinosa ain't real petty, because he's a businessman. That dude's a businessman. He's about getting them numbers for his boss. I know that because I can see how he moves. But how about you think for a second that this man could be petty with you, and you may need him, and because you acted a fool, will not be there for you? What's wrong with you, Shakur? That man has got a gigantic That man got a gigantic budget. If that man did not want to take did not want for Terrence Crawford to fight on that network, he didn't have to have him fight on that network. He didn't have to. Triple threat. Do you think Shakur will use the same blueprint T-Bud used against Spence to fight Tank? No, I do not. No, I do not, because guess what? Gervonta's not going to care about Shakur. I guarantee you them boys over there ain't going to care about that. They're not going to care about that. They're not going to care about that. No. Shakur, no. Because Gervonta's not desperate to fight him. In my opinion, said, I wish Espinosa would treat me bad, but give me $25 million. Exactly. Like, Shakur, why don't you, are you silly? What's wrong with you? For real. Why would you spit in the face of the guy that can help you? Now, please notice that HBO put out a documentary about the Golden Boy. Did they put out one with Andre Ward? No. Who put out Andre Ward's film on his life? It was Showtime and Steven Espinoza. Did ESPN do it? No. Did ESPN do a 30 for 30 on him? No. Not that I know of anyway. Come on, man. Use your brain, son. Use your brain. And a little less mouth. Okay? Because seriously, yeah, you came off looking real bad in that one. He came off looking real bad in that one. Real bad. Yeah, Lucian Newlands. Let me tell you something right now, bro. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, will, maybe someday. As of right now, those guys are in two entirely different brackets of fighters. And let me tell you what those brackets are. Need you, don't need you. Need you and don't need you. Need you and don't need you. Gervonta is firmly in the don't need you category. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't got nothing to prove to you. Keep on bumping your lips. I'm telling you, Gervonta about to go fight another little Mexican dude and go make some more money. He need about 3 more fights with little Mexican dudes. Let y'all cry and complain about him for a while. And let Shakur go and fight all them dudes and get all them belts. And when he gets all 3 of those belts, then we can start talking about that fight. I have no idea if Loma's taking a fight with Shakur or not. I have no clue. No clue. No clue whether or not he's going to take that fight with Shakur or not. I know this, though. Shakur Stevenson is out here running his mouth sounding silly. And no joke, bro. It's not the first time he's done it. It's not the first time he's done it. And you got to understand something, bro. You got to be talking real sideways for me to be like, you know what? Take that 15% with Devin or shut up. Because that's what you deserve, kid. Dog, that's what you deserve, bro. You deserve that, okay? Because you say what you want to say, dog. Devin is a nice kid. I like Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney. I don't like some of the crap y'all be saying, but I like Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney. Devin Haney's a very, very good fighter. Devin Haney got heart. He showed it in that fight with Vasily Lomachenko. He's got heart. Shakur Stevenson is a supremely skilled and gifted fighter, but he's a crybaby. He's a spoiled crybaby. And it's like, dude, you came up the hard way. I know you did. So why are you so damn spoiled? Why are you saying things like, why are you complaining about not getting put in an epilogue on a network that you don't fight for? And trying to act like you've been blackballed and act as if they're doing something to you. Shakur Stevenson literally had to get up there with Max Kellerman. And Max Kellerman was talking to him about a fight that was coming up from him. And Max Kellerman would not stop talking about Teofimo Lopez. Why don't you and Bud start talking about the actual people that were not promoting you, which is Top Rank and the ESPN? They're the ones doing it to you, but you want to go start, the other side of the street stuff. Man, will you shut up? Stop listening to these bozos. If you're going to say something, say it about ESPN. Say it about, dude, Shakur Stevenson has been with Bob Arum for how long? And how many times is Bob Arum ever said that Shakur Stevenson is a once in a generation level fighter like he did with Monster in a way? Dude, they're not giving you any props on your own network, and you got something to say about somebody that don't owe you nothing? Man, come on, Shakur. And to boot, he be crying about stuff that people say, oh, man, dude, you'll do a good video about him. Supporting him. That's why I don't even do Shakur's videos anymore. Because I was like, man, I did several videos about him, bro, that were like about him, how great a fighter he was and what he'll be able to do. And this dude talking about, man, I don't know why people putting words in my mouth. Man, you dummy. People are out here trying to get your name, trying to get people to respect you as a great fighter, bro, on their own dime. And you just spit in their face, bro. They did not have to put you on that cover of that picture. They didn't have to do it. These dudes are trying to get you to be Puerto Rican. And you can't even speak a lick. Ain't never said you Puerto Rican in life. And they tell you top ESPN and top rate. Well, let's pitch him. Let's pitch him as a Puerto Rican. And you're gonna get on, man. You tripping, bro. I mean that, dog. Shakur is just on bug shit right there. And I mean that, dog. Like, you just out here on that bugging shit. Thank you to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App. No joke. Man, look. He is good. That's Bud's problem. I don't know why y'all need, oh, man, stay on that side. Stay on that side. Dog, really? Shakur, let me help you, bro. There's a lot of fans of Errol Spence Jr. And when you start acting all disrespectful to Errol Spence, who has never done anything to you ever, brother, dog, you just isolated yourself from a whole bunch of fans that will be your fans. You just can't be like, hey, man, may the best man win. I'm riding with my guy, Bud. That's it. You straight disrespectful with it. And, hey, man, stay over there. What do you mean stay over there? You dummy. First of all, you should never say that the fans that picked Errol Spence need to stay over there. Because you don't want them to stay over there. You want them to come over there with you. You literally can't hardly sell no tickets. You ain't selling anywhere, ain't selling out 40,000 seat arenas. And you telling all the fans of Errol Spence Jr. to stay over there? Are you stupid? You want them to come to you. I don't understand you all stupidity. I don't understand it. I don't understand you guys. If you want to be the big name, you don't tell boxing fans to stay over there. Don't come over here, stay over there. No, be like, man, Errol's got great fans. Shout out to all the Errol Spence Jr. fans. Thank you, man. I hope hey, man, your guy's a warrior. Hey, man, I just am so appreciative of what he did, giving me this opportunity for the fight. Hey, and y'all come watch the rematch. And he may do better. And hey, man, come watch my next fight. You big dummies. You big dummies. You guys ain't never, man, come on, man. Use your brain, man. Use your brain. Y'all stay over there. Hey, Canelo Alvarez fans, we don't want you. Go stay over there. Hey, Muhammad Ali fans, we don't want you. Stay over there. Yeah, stay over there with my money? Is that what you mean? You mean stay over there with my money? You want me to keep my money over here? Are you sure about this, Shakur? You want me to stay over here? You want to fight in a ballroom next row? You want to go into a ballroom? Stay over there? You mean stay over there? You big dummy. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to embrace fans. You want fans supporting you. What are you on? You need to get these yes men away from you and start using your brain. Because, man, dog, I'm serious, man. I was like, you know what, Shakur. Yeah, Shakur. Then I started saying, you know what? Fuck that. Like, for real. That's my response with Shakur. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. Give him 15%, bro. I swear to God. Take the 50. You should have offered him 5%, bro. Starve him out. Like that's the attitude my mind started shifting on when I started listening to this kid talk, man. Like, what are you doing, man? I can't believe, nah, dog. There's somebody else out there that wants it better. That really wants it, bro. Hey, Big Dog Willie said, Bill Haney said Devin staying at 135 until 2026. Nah, he ain't. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you for keeping color in the chat today. Thank you. Hey, you called it ESPN back burner black fighters. Yeah. Dude, you guys are tripping. You over there with the #1 network of hating on black fighters. You with the the nation's leader in hating on black fighters. ESPN. And you point over there where all the money is. Let me tell you, Shakur, it is a fact. that almost all of the major stars, most of the major stars that were ESPN were top rank, left top rank to go to the PBC to make more money. Floyd left, or they left to go make more money. Floyd, Oscar, Manny's biggest payday came from fighting on a co-promotional deal, and then he left completely for the last portion of his career. And even right now, he's got fighters that he managed that's on PBC cards that he's promoting. They're on PBC cards. Terrence Crawford just got his biggest payday on a PBC card that's on Showtime, and you want to dump on Showtime, joining these idiots that don't even really support you. They got Monster in a way ahead of you. What's wrong with you, Shakur? You need to listen too, Shakur. You need to listen. Stop acting like y'all know every damn thing, man. Y'all crazy with it. Hey, HBO did the same thing. That's why Floyd left. Man, absolutely. The nation's leader in hating on black fighters. Dougie Fisher and them. You're going to get amped up because Dougie and Fisher and them give you a ring belt. The ring belt. You guys are freaking morons. Hey, dog, just keep punching people in the face, bro. Okay? Keep punching people in the face, dog. Okay? Just keep punching people in the face. For way less money than you're going to deserve getting, brother, because trust me, dog, you just silly, bro. Wasn't it supposedly Bob that offered Shakur 25%? I don't want to get into that, Marquis. I don't want to get into that. I really don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. Whether it was Bob or not. Leave Shakur alone for now. That's my favorite fighter. No. No, I'm not. Because sometimes if you say it, he may catch a drift. Being nice to those dudes, they don't listen to nice. They don't listen to nice. They don't listen to polite. They listen to rude. They listen to rude. So since that's all you hear is the haters, let me hate on you so you can hear me. Man, stop acting like a dummy. That man over there didn't do nothing to you. He didn't owe you shit. Since he didn't owe you shit, what are you asking him for shit for? You don't owe him nothing. I don't see you walking around with a Showtime banner on your shorts when you fighting. Where's your show? Where's your Showtime? Where's your Showtime Sports patch on your shorts when you coming out fighting on ESPN? Where's your Showtime? Where's your PBC patch on your robe when you're coming out to fight? Where's your PBC patch? Since they owe it to you to pub you up on something on a network that competes with them, then where's yours of them when you on that network? Hey, come on. And then saying my guy. Come on, my guy. You sound like a fucking phone. Okay? You sounded like a fucking phone. A buffoon. A buffoon. Because there's no way in the world that man owed you anything. And all they did is just take your picture off the thumbnail. Sure, no worries. Take his man, what's wrong with you? You better stop hanging with these people. You know why Bud was blackballed? But Bud spit in the face of Showtime, man. Showtime did not say he wasn't a champion. Showtime actually held up the entire second half of the year. So held up the second half of the year trying to get Bud a fight. Sat there and just held a place for him and then moved it to another date. And then moved it to another date, all to accommodate Bud. And then he turns around and says that they didn't even mention him as a champion when it was Fox. What are you talking about? Good man, y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping. 100%, 100 miles an hour, tripping. Tripping. You on that Tim Bradley sign. And guess what? You're not going to get no speaking deal with Top Rank because you don't have the voice for it. Tim Bradley, you don't sound, I'm sorry, you do not have a neutral accent. So, you're not going to get the job that Tim gets because you don't have the accent for it. You're way too Jersey. So when they're done with you, you're going to go train if you ain't made enough money. So you might want to think about how you can get them big paydays and stop isolating yourself from people that can give them to you on a pay-per-view. They don't even do pay-per-views on ESPN. And I see you in the gym with Floyd. Smart move. Smart move. You know what I mean? Y'all some wild boys. I swear y'all are. Samuel Love said, hey, showing Shakur love with your facts. Yeah, I am. Man, Shakur out here talking crazy. Man, talking crazy. Like, do you know how ridiculous that is what that man was saying? How absolutely ridiculous it was? It was literally the dumbest conversation I had heard all year. And then I put up, man, it's the dumbest, and then dumbest conversation I hear. And then trolls say, well, what does that say about you for talking about it? Are you the type of buffoon that Shakur Stevenson is talking to? Are you the type of buffoon that's standing around with him, getting in fights and getting him on tape while you brawling with a woman and punching people when they're down and scooting off? Look, man, you need to check yourself because that shit was stupid. On another level of stupid too. Not just normally stupid, like just the textbook definition of dumb. They don't owe you anything. What are you complaining about? You don't work there. They don't work. You do not work there. You don't work there. You work over there. You work over there at ESPN. You don't work there. Like, for real. Man, thank you, Mr. Ramsey, for supporting the channel, brother. And thank you to anybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App today. Thank you. Jason Torres said, I lost respect for Kerr after that $1 million worth of game interview. Head too big, he'll get humbled. Maybe not in a boxing ring for a while. Because that boy can fight. Shakur Stevenson can fight, no joke. That dude can fight. No joke. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about what he can do in the ring. That dude is definitely, I favor him to beat Gervonta going to have to catch him with something. Gervonta is going to have to catch him with something. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gervonta did catch him with something. But he's going to have to catch him with something. Shakur is no joke, bro. Shakur is no joke in the ring now. Let's not get two things twisted here. You can be great at the sport and an idiot at the same time. It is definitely possible to be the same and to do things which are just silly, which is what he did. Shakur was upset Showtime wasn't promoting him. I missed it for now, and I just joined. Yeah, yes, he was. He was upset that he did not make the epilogue. And more importantly than that, he went in a back and forth Twitter thing with Steven Espinoza about it. He went back and forth with the guy that runs Showtime Sports about it. You're going at it with network executives. I don't even know exactly who you think Steven Espinoza is. But you don't even have the ability to talk to his level of guy at ESPN. You don't even get to talk to him. And I mean it. Do you even know the name of the guy that's in Steven Espinoza's position at ESPN? Are you having any conversations whatsoever with ESPN executives? But you can have a direct conversation with a Showtime executive and you use it to insult him about something that is not even his decision. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? See, I get that. You've never had a job before. I get it. You're an athlete. You've never had a job before. You don't know what it is when the guy that is really the decision maker and can make or break your career financially is in the room. So you just think it's okay to talk bad about him and spit on his shoes. when he's a perfectly nice guy who made your friend, Terrence Crawford, a lot of money by offering up the HBO pay-per-view for him, offered him multiple fights to do it. Okay, Shakur, that's smart. That's smart. That's real smart. Next time you have a judge judging your fight, why don't you just, take your mouthpiece out and spit in the judge's face? Just walk around and spit in that man's face, spit in that lady's face, spit in that lady's face on the way into the fight. I know you're judging. I don't need you. Poosh, right there in the judge's face. Why don't you do that and see which way those swing rounds go? What sense does that make? Is Steven Espinoza a stakeholder? Yes. He is a key stakeholder. You mean S-T-A-K-E. Is he a stakeholder? Yes, a key stakeholder. A key stakeholder. He's not just a stakeholder. He's a key stakeholder. He's the guy that decides or is key to the decision of what fights will be made on Showtime Boxing, which, by the way, is the biggest boxing network that there is and the most profitable for fighters. He is a key, a major stakeholder. Now, somebody else that he works for is above him and can probably reject any, I don't want to do that. So I'm not saying there's not somebody above him that can come in and say, but why would they? They're not in boxing. He works for the guy that runs CBS Sports. And he's not going to dip down into the what's going on in boxing when Steven Espinoza. Y'all, I don't need to teach y'all business etiquette and organizational response. And no, you sit y'all dumb asses over there and troll me on Twitter. Okay, y'all do that. No, good job. All you dummies keep on insulting a guy that can help you make a lot of money and do it because of a bunch of trolls on Twitter who you don't even know. That's a good decision. That's a good decision. Keep doing that. Keep that pushing. Keep that pushing. I like that. Keyshawn, you do it too. You do it too, Keyshawn. Go ahead. Kamal Oz said, I don't know what it is, but some of these top-ranked guys have a delusional sense of entitlement. They get more upset with PBC Showtime than they do with Top Rank not promoting them well. Quite weird. It's not, because it's the older guys over there doing that. It's the Tim Bradleys. It's those guys that have been caught up in that black fighter from Top Rank and black fighter from PBC dichotomy competition. It's them. It's we are a team together. Yeah, we are a team together. And they fight in Top Rank gym. They train in Top Rank gym, and they're all together, and they're all cool, and they're all friends. They all support each other. They say great things about each other. All of those things. They got older ones. They got younger ones. They're all in that family. And I'm happy for them. But, dog, none of y'all really breaking the bank over there. None of you. Without somebody from the PBC, Tim Bradley included. Because Manny Pacquiao was big because Floyd got big. Manny Pacquiao, and he got that, and he wouldn't fight Floyd. He's Top Rank for life and loyal to Top Rank for life because Top Rank made him a millionaire. Man, that dude felt sorry that he beat. Man, what kind of dude literally feels sorry that he beat Manny Pacquiao? Tim Bradley literally sounds like remorseful when he talks about beating Timothy. Man, that dude got cow-tighted after that. That dude got humbled. He was like, man, and I'm paraphrasing, after I beat Manny Pacquiao, I was like, man, he succumbed to all the pressure he got because people didn't think he won that fight. Man, if it was me, I would have been like, bouncing there with fingers all over the place. Man, y'all better get out of my face. I won that fight. What? That man seemed like he regretted winning the fight. Like, I'm so sorry, boss, that I won that fight. I mean, I'm sorry, boss. I mean, can you call the dogs off, boss? Sorry, man. I'm sorry that I beat him. That's what he sounds like to me. And I don't care. That's what he's. I was like, man, Tim Bradley won that fight. Dog, I was defending Tim Bradley about that. Like, no, I think Tim Bradley won that fight. There were a lot on rounds. Yeah, I think he won on rounds. No, it was the biggest robbery ever. Tim Bradley right there with him. Yeah, I think I might have lost that fight. You right. Y'all right. I think I might have lost that fight. Woo, get off my back, please. Please, everybody, get off my back and like me. Tell me I'm lying. That doesn't sound. I'm obviously being like a little character about it, but that's how it came across to me. You know, was that like you tripping? So no, that's those older guys around him putting that attitude in Shakur, because that is ridiculous attitude to have. The us against them attitude. Oh, y'all know y'all hating on us over here. Man, what's wrong with you, bro? What? Man, what's wrong with you, man? Yeah, it's quite weird. Quite weird, Kamal. And thank you for supporting the channel, brother. And anybody want to get on here and talk about anything, here's the links. Here's the links. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother, for keeping that color in the chat. That means a lot. Thank you, bro. Shake my head and you know his heart. Look, I don't know Tim Bradley's heart. I'm not going to say that. All I know is what comes out of his mouth. That's it. And there's definitely these people act like there ain't that side of the street. Yes, there is. There's some old Crips and Blood stuff going on in boxing between the black fighters and the camps that they're in. Yeah, there is. Absolutely positively there is. And whoever that is, he said he had suicidal thoughts after that fight. For what? Man, because all these people don't like me. Man, what? Why do I think it is? Because people are competitive. They're just competitive. This is our camp. This is us. And people over there, this is them. They're represented by Al Heyman. They're not represented by Al Heyman. I don't know why it is. Specifically, I know that it is, though. I know that it is. I know that it is. And I know that the boxing media plays a large part in it. I'm telling you, these bootlicking, ridiculous-ass people. These ridiculous people. And they got all kind of these shines. They got all kind of these shines. That's what you used to call. You call you shine. Y'all know nothing about that shine. These shines out there. Like these shines. Straight shines out there. Talking all kind of crazy. So happy. So happy every time the PBC fails. Every time putting out their numbers, and this is a pay-per-view, this is a failure, this is this is the that. They all over there in that machine, that sucks. They got good fighters. But that machine is designed along the lines of, we want a lot of fights out of you. Not a lot of good fights, a lot of fights out of you. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, you're blocked, bro. Fuck out of my face, Big C. See you later, brother. Oops. Slow down, Big C. You blocked one more time. One more again. Clipped you. Stop getting cute, bro. I don't even know what are you talking about, dog? Clizipped. Big C probably trolls me over there on Twitter. I know who Big C is. Sorry. Oops. Click the link, though. Click the link. I may not always agree with Jason Torres, but he's not ridiculous. And you got Timothy Stoudemire and Jason Torres going at you. Dog, you got to go. You got to go. You got like multiple people saying, get you up out of here. So, you know how it goes. You got to head out, dog. You got to head out. Reapply for admission later, partners. Reapply for admission later. But yeah, man, there's a lot of silliness, bro, that goes on, man. Man, Samuel Ramsey single-handedly supporting his live stream. Thank you, bro. Big time, man. Thank you. Said, nobody drops the truth content like you. Priceless. Thank you, brother. So much appreciate your support in that Cash App, brother. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey. It means a lot. It's the only way we can continue to do the channel. So thank you very much. So yeah, man, there's a lot of that stuff going on, man. Now, me, I'm kind of neutral in the middle of it. And I mean it. Because I understand what Top Rank does for fighters that PBC does not do. See, what Top Rank does for fighters that the PBC does not do is they develop those fighters. They develop those fighters and they give them a chance for a bunch of free paydays against guys they know they're going to win. They get them to championship belts. They build their courage. They do that. That's a plus side to it. The other side of it is that they cap you. Because you're in a pay structure over there. You're capped. There's only so high you're going to go. Now, over there with the PBC, you have a higher probability of crapping out. You have a higher probability of crapping out over there at the PBC. Much higher likelihood of crapping out. Because they're going to throw you in there with wolves. Just like Adrian Bronner said, you want to pay me that money, but you want me to fight Godzilla. Yeah. They want you to fight Godzilla. Errol had to fight Godzilla 4 times to get to Undisputed. You can get Undisputed at Top Rank with 1 fight. They'll set it all up for you. They'll set it all up for you. Errol had to fight mini Godzillas and other Godzillas 4 times to get to what you can get in Top Rank with 1 fight. Maybe 2. 1 fight, maybe 2. Very, very beatable people. You got to go through hell and high water to get that over there over at PBC. Because they don't have fighters signed to PBC. They're managers, and that manager can't force these guys to fight. If they don't want to do it, it's not in his control. He's a manager and an advisor. He's not the promoter. He can't freeze you out. Unless, of course, you don't want to sign with him as a manager or an advisor, in which case he don't owe you shit. And since he don't owe you shit and you're working on a fight-by-fight basis with him, there you go. That's your ass. You choose to do business like that over there. That's on you. I understand the business model, and I understand why they would get all of these opportunities come quickly to you. But guess what? There's a price to pay for that. When it's time to pop out the top, dog, you got to literally get out in order to do it. And they will try to feed you to somebody before too long. Look at Isaac Dogbay. He got a belt. Look at Isaac Dogbay. Isaac Dogbay was food waiting to happen for somebody. My guy, T. Orlando said, dang, got to slow my roll before I get clipped too. No, T. Orlando Pearson, you're running with it. I done blocked Big C before. Big C has been blocked. Big C was on a protection, was in the protection agency. That's Big C. Big C was there to be protected because he's somebody that's likely to get thrown out. But I had to throw him out because you overstayed you got too comfortable. Big E, Marcus E said, Big Us Fanon, thanks for the consistency. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Elliott. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support, bro. No joke. Thank you. And my guy Kamal says some people lack critical thinking skills. Crawford was more angry with the PBC than Aram, who disrespected him. They fall for deflection tactics easily. No, they just always they just complain a lot. Zip it and don't complain. I mean, it's not an easy lesson to learn. I learned it later on in life. Thank you, YouTube, for putting me on block, for blocking me from monetization for a month. It's my fault. It's just what it is. I did it. They didn't do it. I did it. They didn't do it. I'm not looking this gift horse in the mouth. I'm appreciative of YouTube, even though sometimes they have technical glitches or things that happen that I don't really like, or they may have policies and I really wish I could say some things that I can't say. Because you better believe me, if I could say some things on YouTube, because I don't care what y'all think, I would say some things. I would say some things. But I know I can't say some things because that's their policies. You know, I wish the law wasn't how it was, because I would say some things that I could, but I don't want to say them because I don't want to put myself at risk. But I understand the law and I know how not to do that. So I abide by a lot of the rules that everybody else complain about. Yes.
Yo, what's going on?
How can I help
Man?
you? The usual. How can I help you?
Hey, why is this about promotional companies? Why is this such a big thing that PBC is doing this and Top Rank's not doing this? Why is that such a big concern in boxing nowadays? Why do you think that is?
Can you turn your music down?
Hello?
Can you turn your
Hold on
music
one
down?
second. All right, it's down. Sorry about that.
Why are promotional
It's a general
companies a big
question.
deal in boxing?
Why is it such a big thing
Because they're
that
the ones
fans
that
talk about?
organize fights. Because they're the one. First of all, because I feel like it.
I'm not
Let's
talking
start
about
that
you.
off.
I'm saying it's in general. In general,
I
there's fans.
don't talk about general. I talk about me. It's a conversation because I want to talk about it. I find that the people that organize the fights and are the key people responsible for organizing fights are important to talk about the fights that are organized.
Yes, but don't you think as fans we should worry about the best fights being made, and if we can get the best fights
Who makes
for
the
us
fights?
fans?
Who makes the fights?
Of course, the promotional companies make the
And how
fights,
can
but we
you
want
care?
the best
How
fight.
can you talk about the best fights being made without talking about the people that make them?
But why is there's got to be a divide between Top Rank and PBC, and PBC's doing all these big things, and Shakur's got to be nice to the PBC's boss or Showtime's
I didn't
boss in
say he
order
had
to
to
get
be
a
nice.
deal
I
made?
said he's an idiot if he starts trouble with him. Who said be nice?
Right.
That
I
doesn't
just
mean you got
don't.
to be rude. But to answer your question, the reason why I'm talking about it is because I feel like it. Number two, you can't talk about big fights being made without talking about the people that make them. They are essential to the equation. You cannot make a big fight without a promotional company. That's the law. I don't know why you jumped up off of here. I wasn't rude with you. That's a fact. You cannot talk about a fight being made unless you talk about a promotional company. How? How can you talk about big fights being made? How can you talk about big fights being made if you're not talking about the networks that are responsible for making them? How can you even have that conversation? They're essential to the conversation.
But that's all behind the scenes. For us,
Not
I
behind the
want to see
scenes.
Charlo fight
It's
Benavidez. I
not
want to
behind
see
the
those
scenes.
fights.
It's not behind the scenes. It's on Twitter. It's nothing behind the scenes about it. Shakur Stevenson is having a conversation with a Showtime executive on Twitter. That's not behind the scenes. It's on Twitter. Also, it's not behind the scenes because the promoter is the one that announces the fight. You ever seen Anthony Joshua announce his own fight, or has every single solitary time it been Eddie Hearn? Have you ever heard of Bob Arum not being the one that's sitting there talking about brought to you by Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum?
I get all that. I just don't think there should be a divide that, hey, PBC
You should
has
think
done
that
this.
there isn't a divide, but there is a divide because there are two different companies that compete with each other. They are in competition with each other for our dollars.
I'm saying amongst fans, we shouldn't try to
Amongst
create a
fans, they
battle.
are, first of all, you don't have the right to tell people what they should be interested in.
I
That's
was just
you.
giving you my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
You can be interested in whatever you want to be interested in. That's your business. If I want to be interested in the promotional companies and we are going to have a legitimate conversation about how big fights get made, you cannot have that talk without paying attention to the people that are responsible for making it. You also can't leave out of the conversation the sanctioning bodies. All of those things are intricate to the making of a fighter. The fighter cannot even talk straight to the sanctioning body. They have to go through the promoter. The promoter cannot make a fight in a state without a sanctioning body sanctioning the fight. These are necessary components to making a boxing match. So if you want to have an intelligent conversation about how fights get made, you cannot leave them out. Just like if you want to have an intelligent conversation about how a car works, you can't leave off the tires. You can't leave out the carburetor. You can't leave out the battery. You can't leave out the radiator.
You mean the manufacturer?
You can't leave out the manufacturer either because somebody has to build the car.
Right.
So how do you get a BMW? Well, BMW, you have to get parts from BMW parts. They are more expensive because it is a foreign car. All of those conversations have something to do with the business of cars. All of it. Now, what I would want to know is why you want to bug people about talking about what they want to talk about and thinking of what they think is important. Because you want people to stop the conversation because you constantly take the opposite of any point I make.
Because you're saying that the PBC is making all the big fights and Errol's done all this heavy workload and Top Rank, they give you an easy pass with a lot of money.
I said that because it's true.
I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true. Just because they made
Gervonta, whether you want to believe it or not.
Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Who's Gervonta Davis fought before that? To say he's made big
on
fight.
the $5 million
Hector Garcia?
Excuse me. You mean who
Hector
was he
Garcia?
fought $5 million? Yeah, he did a $5 million gate and 350,000 pay-per-views or whatever it was, and he personally made over $15 million in that fight. That's about 15 times as much as Shakur Stevenson's ever made.
No, I was talking about the part where you get all the smoke.
That's a bad example. That's a bad example.
You said they get all the smoke in the PPC.
Gervonta Davis has made $5 million gates in fights for his last 5 or 6 fights. He's literally sold out in 6 different cities on both coasts. Also, same thing with Errol Spence Jr. Same thing with Deontay Wilder. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Same thing with Canelo Alvarez. Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. Same thing with
all of those guys were created by Golden Boy and Top Rank.
Excuse me.
Majority of those fighters that you mentioned were created by Top Rank and Golden Boy.
I don't care who they were created by. First of all, they weren't created by anybody. They were created by their mama. The fact of the matter is that they fought on PBC cards that were promoted on Showtime. I can go all the way back to Showtime and Mike Tyson.
I'm not disputing that the PBC.
You are disputing it.
I'm talking about the smoke. You said they get the biggest smoke in the PBC.
They do have the biggest fights. They do. That's a fact.
Smoke or fight? Yes, they do bigger numbers. I agree. Yes.
That's a fact.
I agree with that.
That's not even something to debate. That's a fact. It's a fact that they have the biggest fights. A fact. A fact that they have the biggest fights. A fact.
Yes, if the biggest fights is the number, I agree. Yes.
So then what are you talking about? You just said you disagreed.
But the part where you're saying they get all the smoke, like Tank Davis fighting Hector Garcia, Rolly Romero.
No. I didn't say anything about them getting all the smoke. You said that.
Okay,
I said they make the biggest fights. You
then I fall back.
No, you just pulled in some alert red herring. You said You said that I said they get all the smoke. I didn't say that. Joshua Grant, you can get out of here, bro. I ain't relaxing on nothing. This is me. You want to argue with me every day.
Then I fall back. You're good. I mean, if you're saying that they're just making the biggest fights in terms of money and all
That's
that, yeah,
exactly what I. First of all, let's get something
then I
straight.
totally agree with you,
What
bro.
you did was you jumped from one subject, which was why am I talking about promoters? Then I explained it to you. Now you jump over who you made. They don't make the biggest fights. And from then you jump into, well, you said the smoke. You're on argument number 3.
No, brother, it ain't like that. But
It is exactly like that. Now, would you like to move to point 4?
no, I just think there shouldn't be a divide between the.
There is a divide. What do you mean there shouldn't be a divide?
I
There
think we
is a
should want the
divide.
best fights, and
There is a divide.
You saying that Gervonta Davis wouldn't do nothing like what Errol did, getting the biggest fight, make some concessions. I just don't. I mean, I just don't necessarily agree with that. I think
He already did. First of all, I didn't say that. I didn't say he wouldn't make concessions. He did.
You said I don't think Gervonta Davis would make concessions like the way Errol Spence did.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Gervonta Davis is not going to give Shakur Stevenson dang near 50% and wait half a year, do a coin flip, and not take a fight to make that. I don't think he would. That is not the same thing as I don't think he will make a concession.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
That's not the same thing as saying he won't make a concession, because he did make a concession. He came in at 130. He allowed Ryan Garcia to come in at 136. That's a concession.
Because I think Gervonta Davis, with the star that he is, he should be expected to fight Shakur, Devin, Crawford at 147. I think he's got to try to make those.
Oh, you think
those fights?
Hold on. You think
because they wanted Monster anyway to fight Tank at 135. So,
dude, you just what?
I'm saying they. I'm not saying you.
Who the hell is no? Don't talk to me about they. I'm sorry.
All right, I got it. So take that point.
I don't deal with anybody talking about a they. I am not they. They are out there on Twitter. They are in the comment section. They are at the local bar that you went to.
You personally never said Inoue should
then
fight.
What are you talking to me about it for?
It was a general point, so my bad.
Don't make general points, bro. If you got something to say about something I said, say something about what I said. I'm not gonna, well, this guy said this and that guy said that. That got nothing to do with me. Nothing. I don't see you coming over here and talk about all the stupid things they say that you think are stupid. You don't sit there and say, well, they say Rick Glazier, especially Rick Glazier. I don't see you jumping on here willy-nilly talking about how Rick Glazier comes up with pay-per-view numbers off the back of a napkin based off.
He has a credible source for that. It's an attorney from LA. It's a media attorney that works.
He's not, man, stop it. Your uncle is not
a credible source.
No, your uncle is not a credible source for anything because he has been caught lying too many times to be credible. He could tell me that an egg comes from a chicken and he's still not credible because he's not credible.
Yeah, we just, brother.
Big C, how can I help you?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. You out there trolling mighty heavy in the comment section.
Nobody's trolling. If you recall, John Boy and I used to keep coloring the chat, so there's no reason to troll, man. But I was just trying to see why I got blocked for stating my opinion.
You got blocked because you were sitting there talking about Tank being a street nigga and this, that, and the other thing, and like 4 people asked me to block you.
So because I asked you to block me, you didn't try to check and see.
I did. I read what you said about Tank, and then I blocked you.
All I said was, which is facts, it's all on Twitter still, is that Shakur said that Coach Kenny was a trash trainer, and he said that Mia, which is Coach Kenny's daughter, was trash. I said, I'm not from the streets, but from what I've known, if you're a street person, why are you not going after Shakur? That's all I said.
Okay, so let's stop this right here. Let's stop this right here. That's why you're blocked. And used to keep coloring the chat don't mean anything to me, brother. If you want to support the channel, you can support the channel. I appreciate it. But that whole conversation about Coach Kenny's daughter and what he should be doing because he said that, what are you trying to incite this man to do what? You want him to pick up a gun and go find him? Over some gossipy stuff? No, I read what you said, bro, and that's why I blocked you. That shit is silly. Mr. Haney, how can I help you?
Hi, man. I just sort of So obviously it's been a big year for boxing. We've had a lot of big fights, but before that, big fights weren't happening. And obviously you've been watching boxing a lot longer than me. I'm only 23. Was there ever a point where big fights did happen? Why did they stop happening and stuff like that?
Okay, I think that big fights stopped happening more often because there was a shift in the way that television aired fights.
Okay.
There were a lot of fights, big fights that were being made before HBO made a strategic shift, and they started basically doing the matchmaking for the promoters.
Okay.
Before, so HBO went in, they were like, we want this fight, we want this fight, we want this fight, and they were paying for the fights out of their pocket. And they decided they wanted certain type of fighters on their network, and HBO started using their budget as a way
Is
to
that they were only prioritizing Hispanic fighters? Because I think I've heard a few people say that.
say that again.
Some people have said that they were only prioritizing Hispanic fighters, Mexican fighters. Is that true?
No, well, I wouldn't say that was. I don't. Well, I don't think that. I wouldn't say that they were only spotlighting them. I think that let me tell you what I want. Let me say what I want to say, without leaving that any particular thing out of it, because who they want to spotlight really doesn't make a difference as much as it is that promoters no longer had to go and actually sell fights to people.
Right.
So that allowed them to be able to speculate with their money, because they're like, the promoters are like, we're getting all our money from the network. So we don't have to sell the fight. So since they don't have to sell the fight, they don't have to pay attention to what fight fans want. And by very definition, big fights are what fight fans want. So the money stopped coming directly from fight fans and it started coming directly from the network, which is why you see Showtime, where fighters get the majority of their money directly from the fans off of the pay-per-view. While you see more big fights happening there, because in order to have the pay-per-view sales, they need to give fights to fans that they actually want to see. Where over there at Top Rank on ESPN, what you see is like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights, where it's a bunch of prospects who they're building up and paying off of the budget. On Top Rank, they fight off of a budget. Off Showtime, in Showtime, it's actually the fans that have to want to watch the fight. Now, one of the things about selling to things that people want to see is you're going to wind up having a lot of Mexican fans and a lot of black fighters fighting each other, because those are two separate fan bases that you can bring together and make a big fight, monetarily make a big fight. But as far as the people that have been featured that are not going to be in big fights, it's the Eastern Europeans, because in the United States, there's not a big fan base of people that are interested in seeing Lomachenko or Gennady Golovkin or Sergey Deverenchenko or Alexander.
I remember Vladimir Klitschko saying he doesn't understand why no one in America wants to buy his fights, but that makes sense.
It's because he's not from America. That's why.
Do you not?
And they don't want to.
If you like, obviously I'm from the UK, so I don't have too much knowledge on like American networks and American demographics. But like the product of boxing itself isn't selling that much, is it? If they have to divide it by stuff like that, could boxing learn anything from the UFC in terms of how they market themselves? Do you think?
No, they can't.
Okay.
Because the UFC in boxing, our UFC is where boxing was a long time ago. Okay. But what the UFC is a company where they keep everything under roof. All of the fighters are owned by the same promoter. There's only one promoter. So what's going to happen is to the UFC is if they get to a certain size, they're going to get broken up. And you're going to wind up having people compete against the UFC, and then the fighters' money start going way up. Those UFC fighters don't make anywhere near the money that the people at the upper level of boxing makes. And they don't have the independent ability to negotiate fights with themselves, with different promoters, all of that. That's what happened from what I can see with Francis Ngannou, where he's saying, oh, I'm going to go over here and do this. And that's why you don't see a lot of boxers female boxers used to do that, but you don't see a lot of big name boxers looking to try to go to the UFC. Yeah. You see big name UFC guys try to go to boxing. There's a reason why it goes that way and not that way.
Do you think it affects? Because to me, it seems like
I got to
African
move on, brother,
American.
because I can only really get to like 1 or 2 questions per person.
Oh, no worries, brother. Thanks for
No worries, man. Come back again, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, will do.
Get
Thanks,
back.
bro.
Yes, sir. No worries, man. Some people lack critical thinking skills. Crawford was more angry with the PBC than Aram, who disrespected him. They fall for deflection tactics easily. Yeah, no doubt about it. They do that. Absolutely, they do. And Kamal Oz back in and said, King, corporate media declared a jihad against the PBC. Dude, King like people want to know sometimes why I flip on that guy, King, because he really just is out. He's just a mouthpiece for somebody. Like, they're really silly, very, very silly arguments, man. Hey, Upper Echelon says, Shalom, King. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. Man, thank you. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you for people that are actually supporting the channel, bro. Thank you, man. And my guy, what's going on to my dude? Samuel Ramsey back in and said, I know you have to deal with trolls, but man, yeah, man, this is just silly, man. It's just silly. And Big C, bro, look, dude, you used to put color in the chat, bro. That's not an excuse to be talking like that. Because what do you want? You want Gervonta Davis to go get a gun and something and go find them because he said something about the man's daughter? That's tacky on Shakur's part. A trash trainer and your daughter's trash. That just shows, man, that just makes Shakur Stevenson look like trash. Even saying something like that. What does his daughter got to do with it? You know what I mean? Like, what does his daughter got to do with it? Zena says Showtime been outselling the UFC because people are more interested. Man, look, man. Yeah, brother. Yeah, you got to deal with them all the time, bro. It's okay. It don't make a difference, though. I know what it is, you know. And my guy Corey Neal in the building said, "Not grab a gun. Tank should outbox him. That's all. Much love. He don't know him squat. You talk crazy about my coach. You go fight somebody else. If I'm not your friend, I'm not gonna let you eat. I don't owe you anything. Sign with Al Heyman. Sign with GTD. I'll fight you. Sign with GTD. Saying that should make Tank want to box him. Much love, brother. For what? It may not. He don't owe it to him. You don't owe that man nothing for that. Incel in the building. What's going on, man? Much love. Incel says show and support. Thank you, brother. Y'all coming in today. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. And then my guy, Sosa again said, peace and blessings, everybody in the chat. To my guy, Upper Echelon, thank you, brother. And let me get him going for everybody, brother. And D for the win. Said one time for Lil C, used to do GTD FOB. What is FOB? Look, man, anybody talking craziness about what they need to do. And if too many people ask you to leave Big C, I had blocked you before, bro. Trust me, I'm not going to do too much of that. Big C said, I'm Big C. They're lying, saying I grab a gun. Dog, just you causing a lot of drama in the chat, bro. Can somebody go unblock Big C? All right, what's going on, my guy? So Deep said, just because. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. That's my brother from another mother. See you in October. Can't wait, Big Nev. Can't wait, brother. Thank you, man. Muscle Man in the building, brother. How can I help you, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good. I can't hear you, though.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, your volume's a little low. You might want to move the mic closer.
Hold on. Okay.
That's better. Yeah, that's a lot better.
How are you doing? I like the topic today.
Yes, sir. So what's on your mind, man?
I like what you're saying too. I'm calling from the Caribbean, man, and I got just a quick question, just a few things.
Yes, sir.
The fight with Joshua Dillon. Have you heard anything further?
Yeah, it's canceled. If that's canceled, he's fighting Robert Hellenius on Saturday.
Okay, I heard something about doping on Dillon's part. Is that
who?
Something about some substance he had in his system that he was.
Yeah, he tested positive for something that was illegal, so that's why Dillian White got taken out of the fight. And now they replaced him with a guy named Robert Hellenius, who Deontay Wilder just knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing on about Spence. I saw a video on YouTube about Spence being suspended for 60 days.
Yes.
For him to be tested out and make sure he's okay.
Yes.
What do you think about that? Do you think anything that was?
It happens every fight. Anytime there's a knockout, it happens to every fighter every time. There's nothing unusual about it.
Okay, what's your opinion on the fight? Do you think he was really in that situation, or he was drained, or what?
My impression is I think it was a combination of a lot of things. I think Terrence Crawford's a great fighter. I also think that Errol Spence Jr. had been inactive for 15 months and only fought one time in 3 years. So I don't think I don't think Errol was at his best, but at the same time, I don't really know whether or not him being at his best would have made a difference against Terrence Crawford. So, I think about it like, yeah, I mean, I don't think Errol was at his best. I think that's fair to say. And anybody saying that he was, I think that's being dishonest. But anybody that would say that's the reason, that they know that's the reason that Terrence Crawford won the fight, I think that would be dishonest to say that as well, because Terrence Crawford's an excellent fighter. And the only thing that I say I appreciate more is people saying that he looked out of the fight, but not the stuff that people were trying to do with act like the man's got brain damage and and all of that stuff that they put on him. I think that was terribly unfair to Errol. And I'm glad that people are saying things about the weight draining and what weight he should be able to fight, what he should fight at, and not let these people who have never examined him, ever even examined him, try to flush his whole career and his future. They had no
evidence about that.
Yeah, they never examined him. They somebody just looking at him, that's what it looks like to me on TV. Doctors are not supposed to diagnose you based off what they see on TV. They can see what they see is consistent with it. But that's what I think about it.
Okay, good, cool.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays a lot of suggestions. I heard it from Floyd. I heard it from Tim Bradley that he should move up to 150, 168, something like that. 150,
154, 160. Floyd said 160 or 168. I think Shane Mosley said he should go to 160. And Errol said the next fight he wants at 154. But these guys are saying, no, man, you really look like you have a very hard time making that weight. So you may just want to go ahead and go to 160 and just do it like that. But, that's their opinion on it. And he'll make the decision that that he feels is right. And I'll respect it, and I'll respect it either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. Okay, man. Thanks you for your input.
Man, no worries, man. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate you, sir. What part of the Caribbean are you in?
Keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're doing a good job.
We'll do. What part of the Caribbean are you from?
St. Kitts.
St. Kitts? Okay, that's what's up, man. All right, man. You take care, man. Shout out to everybody in St. Kitts. Yes, sir. Peace. That's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure, man. To be global. We global. Here you go. Here's this link, bro. And Big C, you can still hit the link, bro, but you were going overboard, brother. Somebody want to unblock Big C, that's cool. If not, you guys can do what you want to do. What's going on to my guy, Kamal Oz? You're on me.
Hey, what's up, Fanon? Hey, just want to talk to you about what King said. I do think it's funny that I call him pawn because he's not a king. He's a pawn used by corporate media to instigate stuff. He never criticizes the corporate media face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. Never criticizes that guy for, in 2 of his last 3 fights, bringing up somebody to a division. This next fight, he's bringing up somebody 2 divisions up in Jermell Charlo, and not having the same intensity of fighting the guys in his division who are in a position to fight for the titles, and David Benavidez, David Morrell Jr., Christian Mbili, and Demetrius Andrade. But he had all the smoke for these C-class British fighters who had been out of the ring and on layoffs, and he drained them and did all kind of crazy stuff like Rocky Fieldhand, Callum Smith, and then Saunders. Why does he never criticize corporate media's favorites? And that's a rhetorical question. We know why. Tank doesn't owe Shakur anything. Shakur Stevenson is with Top Rank. He made the decision. I don't know if you remember this. After the Olympics, he was deciding between Floyd Mayweather and PBC and Top Rank. And he said he made his decision based off of poster. He said something about Top Rank made a big poster of him. And so he was like, yeah, I'm going to go with James Prince or Jay Prince and Top Rank because their poster was bigger than PBC's. And I heard that statement and I was like, that's a weird way to make a decision. But in the end, hey, props to the young man for being able to make millions of dollars and having that decision. In the end, though, if you're talking about Shakur Stevenson, I mean, if you're talking about Tank Davis saying these bad things about him, you want to fight. Remember, months ago, what did Tank say about Shakur Stevenson? He said he's fake. He said he wants to come into my locker room, take pictures with me after the fight, but then he wants to talk about me bad on Twitter. So in the end, just to get with you, King, Tank is not a mandatory for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is not in a mandatory position to fight for any of Tank's belts. Tank doesn't have any responsibilities to fight him. Why don't you have that same energy for corporate media and their number one guy in Canelo Alvarez saying that he should be mixing it up with these dangerous fighters at 168? And it is a tragedy that the WBA president said that his dream, instead of ordering Canelo to consolidate with David Morrell Jr., those two belts, his dream was David Benavidez, the two dangerous guys, and David Morrell Jr. to fight each other. Winner fights Canelo. Where's your energy for that tomfoolery? So I just think that the agenda that this guy brings in, it's so transparent. I'm not going to call him king anymore. He's pawn. And the reason we talk about these network things, pawn, is because these affect fights. This gang mentality, it's kind of blood and Crips mentality, deflection techniques between Top Rank and what corporate media is putting out there against the PBC is clear as day to see. And it's not just the bias against African-American fighters that you see from corporate media. It's the bias against a lot of fighters. Kelly Pavlik had a hell of a lot better resume and beat a lot better fighters than Bum Lovkin. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Kelly Pavlik is a white dude from Ohio, from the Midwest, and he had a hell of a lot tougher road, took a lot more risk than Bum Lovkin. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Corporate media didn't celebrate him nearly as much as they did Bum Lovkin, didn't fluff him up like they did Bum Lovkin. So it's beyond a racial issue. It includes race, but it includes nationality, and that's why we have to talk about it. So why don't you have the same standards, especially for a guy in Canelo who's holding the division hostage at 168, holding those belts hostage, than you do for Tank, who doesn't have any responsibilities with being the WBA secondary titleist until the WBA says, hey, look, you got to fight this, or until they officially order a consolidation of titles. With that, I'm out for non. Thanks.
All right, brother. Hold on one second, man. I got to see something. Hey, my guy, Richard Paris with that $10 holla. And Lee Ho Shang said, good morning, Fanon. Just showing my usual support. Thank you, brother. And Lee Ho Shang in the building. Thank y'all for that support, brother. That's big time, big time, big time. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hold on one second, man. Upper Echelon said you got me blocked on StreamYard. I don't think so. But hold on. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right, hold on a second. Why they? I don't know why you be blocked, bro, but I don't know why this would be there. Yeah, I don't know why this. I don't know what to. Yeah, I don't know even how to block. I don't think you blocked, bro. I don't know what that is. You may want to just try to come under another email. I don't see you blocked, bro. Hey, much love. Thank you for that support, man. Let me slide down here though. Sorry about it. I tried to look for that, man. Hey, what's going on? T Wells in the building said for the unk of this boxing talk. Salute my guys. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah. I don't know how to get you unblocked, man, because I don't see that you are blocked. I don't see that you are blocked anywhere. And oh, here's settings. Let me see what I can do with settings. Okay, banned guests. Okay, I found it. I did block. Ooh, I banned a bunch of people. G-Man is blocked like 15 times, bro. You're not blocked, bro. You're not blocked, bro. Yeah, you're not blocked. S1 Dubs. How did some of these dudes blocked? Yeah, I don't see your name on this list. I just saw the list. Yeah, I don't see this list. I don't know how some of these people got blocked though. Anyway, yeah, you're not blocked, man. I don't know what's going on. Try it again, man. Try it again. You're not blocked. What name are you under? You're not blocked under any name that I can see. You're not blocked under any name that I can see. So I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay, there you go. All right, yeah, there you go. Much love to They said, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, okay, you're done. Thank you, bro. Upper echelon, I see you. Yeah, I worked it out. You should be unblocked now. I don't know why that would have gotten blocked. Maybe I removed you and blocked you on accident. Anyway, Big C, you're gonna have to put a link to your channel inside of the comment section in order to get unblocked. You have to click that link and then put a link to your YouTube channel so that I can unblock you from your YouTube channel. All right, but anyway, here's anybody jump on, man. I'm here to chop it up with you. Zena says, right, if Top Rank better, why can't they promote without using PBC? Aisha, every visible player, they got to use PBC's guy name. Look, man, those guys are really hurting right now. I'm telling you, the Top Rank is in trouble. Those Top Rank dudes are in trouble, bro. Upper echelon, how can I help you, man?
Shalom, King. I said, dang, I missed him all week last week, and now I said, I hope he ain't mad at me. Dang.
Nah, mad at you
I
for
know I'm
what?
just joking, bro. Just joking, bro. I said, damn, I done got blocked on my day off.
Nah, man. Nah. I'm glad you said the name because I wouldn't have recognized it. I don't know what that
Yeah.
was. My apologies for that. What's up?
Oh, not much, chilling, King. Boy, I'm sitting here laughing at this fugazi Shakur Stevenson doing. Boy, he trying to get free promotion everywhere. Now he want to pick a fight with Steve Espinosa because he ain't get put on the daggone Showtime show, which is crazy because Top Rank has a show called Blood, Sweat, and Tears. We ain't seen not one PBC fighter get put on that show. All right, so you friends with Bud. That's cool. You got the airtime being seen pictures with him. You got free promotion because you on the Showtime. I mean, you standing right there with him in a pay-per-view event, so you getting exposure. Now you want Steven Espinosa to do the job of Top Rank and Bob Errol? No. But I've seen that Shakur's done got a habit of attaching himself. The man wants to be a star. He's shooting for the moon and he's trying to fall amongst the stars. He did it with Tank a few times by attaching his name. Now, you know, he see Bud, he's trying to attach. I mean, I know he's cool with Bud and everything, but he thinks everybody owes him something. He's entitled. Just like I know he had a better offer with the Devin Haney fight, but still, most fighters have had to go through some type of adversity to get where they want to get to. He's sitting there thinking he's not supposed to go through adversity when he had to fight the champion. What's my man name? He beat him for the WBO belt. His name slipped my mind.
Who had to fight him?
Shakur.
For the WBO belt, for which one?
His homeboy at 130. The dude that used to be with Bo back in them.
Jamel Herring.
Yeah. Like he was the challenger, but he wanted more money and he got it. Like he's been feeling entitled. Like he's an entitled fighter. Like he don't realize every great fighter has had to take a sacrifice in their career. And they sit there and get mad at Showtime because they don't want to broadcast you on their show when you have a whole show to yourself, blood, sweat, and tears. That's crazy. And people are actually getting mad and standing behind that. Like, people need to stop being so much sheep. Like, it's two different I mean, you're not going to see Burger King advertising McDonald's Big Macs. You're not going to see that. And the way the people are so mad at Steven Espinosa talking about he hating, the man's doing his job. He's promoting his fighters. Yeah, it's just crazy. Did you get your coffee, big dog?
What do you say?
I said, did you get your coffee?
He's coughing.
I said, did you get your coffee?
Oh, I'm good. No, I don't need. I'm good, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming by.
Well,
all right, bro.
I was just getting that in there real quick, but
appreciate you, man. Thank you,
all, man.
All right, man.
Trying to get this thing changed out real quick. Shalom, everybody in the chat. Shalom, King, and I'm out.
All right, brother. Peace. Yeah, he should have took the 25. Man, look, dude, I'm kind of playing about him needing to take that 25. He can take whatever amount of money he wants. I'm just irritated by that silliness, man. It got me looking bad defending this dude. Like, I ain't lie, dog. That dude, I'll tell you like it is, dog. If I'm defending somebody and then and saying, man, why in the world would he take 25%? And then you go say something knuckleheaded like that. It's more, I'm like, all right, man, God, dog, you're knucklehead, dog. You're knucklehead. They want a commercial with Ronald McDonald wearing a crown. Devin not coming back down unless it's for a boatload of money. We'll see. We'll see. Haney said the same thing with Espinosa. He said he could fight Tank, who had a fight lined up, and I don't know what it is about signing with Top Rank that they instantly get entitled. Yeah, well, that was less entitlement and more just you just ain't being honest. Because that shit just ain't true. You couldn't have fought that man in December. You know what I mean? Private chat. Let me see if this dude did it. Motorsport Sports. You're not blocked, Motorsport Sports, because you got on the chat. How you not blocked? You're not blocked. So there's no way I can unblock you when you're not blocked. You were able to get into the chat. My guy, upper echelon, wasn't able to get. Actually, wasn't even able to get in the chat. Big difference there. Anyway, man. So yeah, but the whole, I agree with Kamal. I'm gonna go back on what Kamal was talking about. Spence. T-Book says Spence has 0 chance at 160. He's slow even for a 160. T-Bogue said Spence is always off balance. I remember a whole interview he said, I never work on abs. I just got them. Can't believe what I heard. Yeah, you know, you guys got a whole lot of Monday morning quarterback going on. Whole lot of money. Thank you, man. Thank you, T-Boog, for the support, bro. Appreciate you, know. Now, I ain't going to sit up here and lie and tell him and say he should have taken that 25% because he's going to get more in a purse bid. You know, and the simple fact that really dude's not that much bigger name than him. However, I ain't going to sit up here and act like what the man said wasn't patently ridiculous, because it was patently ridiculous. Shakur taking 25% wasn't going to make it any easier for Devin to make 135. Dude wasn't going back to 135. If he did, it would be for Tank. Use common sense. I mean, that's obvious. Hey, my guy, what's up, man? Bud fans say the pay-per-view starting out. Yeah, and they didn't buy the fight. Yeah, and they didn't buy the fight. He said, please do me a favor for these casual fans. Pull up Bum Lufkin's resume and Kelly Pavlik's resume and look at their signature wins, the risk they took. I already know. He has a better win in Jermaine Taylor. He beat Jermaine Taylor. He also got in the ring with Bernard Hopkins. Kelly Pavlik is a good fighter. And on top of it, you're 100% right. It's really what I think it is. It's more about these Eastern European promoters trying to sell their fighters in the United States. That's what I think. I think it's more about the Eastern European fighters trying to sell the promoters trying to sell fighters. Jermaine Taylor. Yeah, I think I said Jermaine Taylor. Yeah, Jermaine Taylor. Right there. And Jermaine Taylor is a better win than any fighter that Gennady Golovkin is beaten, because Gennady Golovkin's best win really is Daniel Jacobs. They just put a lot of emphasis behind him because they were just trying to make a boogeyman out of the dude. And then he didn't fight Andre Ward. I think the bigger thing is who they didn't fight. And the fact that he either got a draw or lost in the three biggest fights that he had, which were with Canelo Alvarez. But those are guys really wanting. Merch is dumb said, Fanon T. Orlando promises Ward duck Gennady Golovkin. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah, they were happy. And Klitschko saying he didn't understand why he wasn't popular, because you're not from the United States. That's why. Like, I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, man, that shit don't sell, man. Y'all don't sell. They don't sell over here. And if boxing goes to you actually having to sell fights for fighters to make money, you're going to get better fights, and you're going to have a lot more American fighters featured than what you got going on when you're fighting off a budget. Kamal Oz, big time in the building. Thank you, brother. Said, you guys, you got dudes saying Kevin Pavlik can't be a Hall of Fame because he quit in the fight. That's just asinine. So now Roberto Duran's not a Hall of Famer, and Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya quit in the fight too. That dude took that dive against Bernard Hopkins, and y'all can't tell me no different. Yeah, of course Ward would have washed him, but that's not going to keep them. It's not going to keep people from saying it. They're going to say what they're going to say. You know what I mean?
My heart goes out to him, and
Yes, sir. What's going on, Black Panther 1? Ward, well, yeah, of course. Well, it is what it is, man. Andre Ward's all these guys are great fighters, man. That's a sad thing that gets lost in the shuffle. These guys are all great fighters, bro. Man, that man jumped to that ground, bro, and rolled up in a ball. That man jumped to the ground and rolled up in a ball. You could have got your ass up. I ain't trying to hear that, dog. Man, he could have got back up. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. What's up, Kamal Oz? How you feeling, man?
Hey, yo, tell Roberto Lopez to get on here because this dude is a clown. Roberto Lopez, I'm calling you out for saying that Bum Lufkin's resume is better than Kelly Pavlik's. When Kelly Pavlik moved up and challenged a prime Bernard Hopkins, he lost, but he took the challenge. And Bum Lufkin was called out by 50-year-old Hopkins, the one that was getting beat up by Kovalev, and he refused to fight 50-year-old Hopkins. Get up here and defend your points. Kelly Pavlik went to war with Sergio Martinez in a real middleweight fight. Those 3 fights that Canelo and Bum Lufkin had didn't have near the drama that Kelly Pavlik and Sergio Maravilla Martinez had. He fought Jermaine Taylor. Bum Lufkin's biggest quote-unquote wins were robberies. Jacobs clearly beat him, but HBO had that home cooking for Bum Lufkin so that they could match him with Canelo. It was clear Bum Lufkin was, his face was down. He knew that he lost, and Jacobs was hyped. Even though he got knocked down, he destroyed Bum Lufkin's body. Serhiy Deverenchenko was blatantly robbed against Bum Lufkin. That was clear as day. His crowd in New York for that fight booed the result against Serhiy Deverenchenko. That guy, Bum Lufkin, has been manufactured by beating up the likes of Adama, Curtis Stevens, bringing up guys in weight like Gabriel Rosado and these clowns. Who was that Japanese guy that he fought? I forgot the Japanese guy that he fought, but he fought a bunch of guys who weren't even natural 160-pound fighters. Daniel Gill, come on, man. You cannot compare the resume and the risks that these guys took. So Roberto Lopez, I'm calling you out. No typing. Get your butt on here and speak. Be accountable. I'm tired of these dudes hiding behind typing. And Fanon, it just makes my blood boil when you have these fanboys that fall for corporate media lies, because Dan Rafael critically goes after Kelly Pavlik and he says he's not a Hall of Famer, but he's the biggest Bum Lufkin cheerleader, a guy who's been completely manufactured by corporate media, a guy who ducked Andre Ward, a guy who ducked Erislandy Lara. When Erislandy Lara said he'd come up to 160 to fight him, he wanted no smoke. He wanted no smoke with Andre Ward. Then when Erislandy Lara became his mandatory, what did Bum Lufkin do? He vacated the belts. He ducked Radamel Falcao, a Brazilian guy who is basically a prospect level guy. He vacated the belts. So tell me, what planet Bum Lufkin is a better fighter than Kelly Pavlik? And I want you to get on that, Fanon. Roberto Lopez, I'm calling your butt out because you are a corporate media puppet.
Now, everybody, let's take it down a notch. That was quite heated. That was quite heated. Now, I don't think, I've probably gotten that mad before. But let's tone this down a little bit. Let's relax, Kamal. Let's relax just a little bit. Let's relax just a little bit. Okay? Bum Lufkin is most definitely a hype job. 100%. No doubt about it. They was lying about him, and the record that he had for the most title defenses, they just made shit up. They just made shit up for that man. And Dan Rayfield was the number one person making shit up for that man. But, the media, the boxing media wants they're fans of fighters too. And they wanted Golovkin. They wanted Golovkin to be the greatest fighter ever, and it just didn't pan out for him. It's not going to pan out for him like Lomachenko didn't pan out for him. You know what I mean? Didn't pan out for him. Just didn't pan out. Unfortunately, it's the guys that they don't want to be. They just keep panning out on them. And the more we go, the more it's going to stay the same. Street Heat 2X TV said Kamal is Fanan's evil twin. No, I'm my evil twin. I am my own twin, evil twin. Paulie said GGG is the future because they're a different breed. That's what they want, dog. They want the European fight fan wants the European fighter to do well. Surprise, surprise, they're no different than anybody else, seeing as they damn near invented this tribalism, their damn self. That's why I will never have any respect for King, because I will not forget Kang, RuPaul, because he, first of all, his name King, he means for you to call him Kang. Let's not act like that's not what he really put the word king for. We say king. What he is doing is saying Kang. Also, he used to say your tribalism, your race baiting tribalism. That's what he used to say all the time. Until I literally beat him senseless over the head with that. That's what they do. They're trying to keep somebody, they do not want to admit that they are what they are. You are Europeans who want Europeans to do well. And so you see Latinos that want to see Latinos doing well. And you see black fight fans that want to see black fighters doing well. And you turn around and call them all kind of you're being a racist. When you all invented the damn concept. You invented the concept and benefited from the concept. But yet you say, I know you are, but what am I? And that is the Golovkin push. That is the Klitschko push. That is what that is. Okay. Hey, say, hey, what's going on? Ashley's Corner in the building says, salute for 9. Oh, man, they are in here bigging up Triple She. 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 Oh, man, look, man, I'm taking that one. She. Look, she. That's what they do, I'm telling you. Then if they can't fall on an Eastern European, they're going to go to an Asian. They're like, dude, these people were up and down talking about how it didn't matter what happened in the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight. What's that man's name? Moss, the one that ain't nobody thought about since the day after he fought. The one don't nobody really care about but those boxing writers. In a way, Monster. You know what I mean? Lil Bruce. They ain't care. They ain't said nothing about him, ain't cared nothing about him long enough to put him at the top of a list. But if we can't get, we'll get Chocolatito. Anything but, dog, they looking to get rid of. And by the way, they looking to get rid of Terrence Crawford up off that list. Okay? And I know it because they said it already. They said, you don't have to be nervous for a while. What's going on? Violator Comics said, I agree, Mr. Oz. You know what it is. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank y'all for the support today. Really, and anybody and everybody that supports in the super chat, y'all are needed and appreciated. Thank you, and thank you to all the support in the Cash App. I know y'all support all the time, but that don't mean it ain't important and that I don't love you for it. Thank you. Big C in the building. Still ain't hit me back. And I don't know if I can find Big C the other way. Let me see if I can unblock Big C the other way. Nope. Can't do it. Oh. Oh man, God dog, there's so many blocked people. Nope, that's not you. Can't even do nothing for you. Doesn't show up. Can't help you. Tried, and I can't help you. I tried, but I cannot help you. Sorry about that, friend. Let me see where were we? Hey man, here's the link, man. Y'all jump on, man. We got about another 45 minutes in the show today. We're gonna have a little bit less. If you're gonna jump on now. Forever hold your peace over the next hour, over the next like 40 minutes, because that's all. That's how long we going today. You're not gonna have the usual. We're not gonna have the super long ones today. Big C locked. Yeah, keep Big C locked. I mean, it is what it is, bro. What is your point, buddy? My point? You talking to me, Sony? Sony Augustine? What's my point? What do you mean, what's my point? My point is whatever that we talking about boxing and anything y'all want to talk about. Right now, somehow we got on this ridiculous Gennady Golovkin conversation because Kamal Oz is a great supporter of the channel and loves to take us left like a champ. He likes to be. We can be talking about Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, middle of the fight, and he'd be like, "Look, let me know what you think about Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez versus Suzuki Ioka." And dog, he's just a big hard time fan, bro. And like, really, I don't want to talk about Bum Lufkin and dude, Bum Lufkin is retired, bro. He's retired. He's retired. And the conversation really is about something else, Kamal. And you shift the conversation like miles to the left, bro. So it's hard for me to get back on square because, quite honestly, he called you buddy on purpose. I don't care. He called me buddy on purpose. Let me tell you, what's your point with what, buddy? You let me know what are you asking me? There's a link right there, buddy. Trust me, I'm calling him buddy too. Who's the next non-black star they can promote? Monster Anyway. They got all kind of placeholders. Don't worry about it. It'll come up. It doesn't matter. They'll always have one or two or three. They'll always have 1, 2, or 3. Don't worry, because you know why? Because there's a lot of good European fighters. And there's a lot of good Mexican fighters. You're never really going to run short of very, very good European fighters or really, really good Latino fighters. You're not going to run out of them because there's a lot of them are very good. Like, no joke. Gennady Golovkin's a good fighter, very good fighter. He's just not Andre Ward. Lomachenko is a really, really great fighter. He's just not Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Like, Monster Inoue is a really, really good fighter. That's not Gervonta Davis. It's not Shakur Stevenson. You know? Yeah, I mean, buddy is really disrespectful because, you know, I'm a grown-ass man and I'm not your buddy. But it is what it is. I would love for him to get on here and tell me. Fanon, to be fair, the phone lines haven't been off the hook today, and I pay. Nah, bro, I'm not tripping. I'm being very fair to you. And the phone lines are never off the hook. They're never off the hook. Trust me. The only time they got off the hook is after Errol Spence Jr. Lost. And those guys are very, very casual boxing fans that don't know what they're talking about. So that line thinned up really quick. I'm just saying, man, you be shifting me. And it's hard for me to get back on topic. That's the only thing I'm saying. I don't mind you doing it at all. Believe you me, I don't. I appreciate it because you're a big supporter of the channel. And what you want to talk about really does matter. You know what I mean? And it's not like you're saying things that are nonsensical or not important things to talk about. I just don't like giving a lot of press to Golovkin. I don't like giving a lot of press to. I don't like giving a lot to them. Yeah, they're like, for example, Usyk strongly. Usyk, I strongly believe, wants to unify belts. That's why he agreed to Fury's terms. Yeah, Usyk wants that fight. Fury doesn't want the fight. But that's what you guys get when you guys are so amped up about having Deontay Wilder lose that you turn around and get somebody that's going to get out there and not make fights. And it's not a good thing for boxing that took place. You know what I mean? It's really not. God, dog, you guys some fucking trolls, bro. You guys are some trolls, bro. Man, Steve Kim, you a full-fledged fucking troll, bro. You guys are full-fledged trolls, man. Like, no joke, man. I made a video about Leonard Ellerby saying that you can't not liking comparisons about Floyd Mayweather and if y'all go check out the channel, because I just put up a video of Floyd about Leonard Ellerby and how Leonard Ellerby said he didn't like the fact that people were comparing Terrence Crawford to Floyd, right? And I was like, man, that's just part of boxing, really is what it is. But Leonard Ellerby at the same time is telling you, man, y'all full of ish. That man ain't no Floyd Mayweather, right? So D-Style Boxing, who's a channel by the way, I like. I think D-Style Boxing is a good dude. I don't know so much about his co-host. I think his co-host on that show is kind of like got other level, dude. He's kind of man. He says some shit that's just like, dude, you just wow, okay, guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he's somebody I used to listen to before I started the channel. It's been around a long time. But I was like, like, dog, you just, I ain't really feeling where you coming from. Which is everybody's right, because people may not feel where I'm coming from. But Steve Kim said, can you do a week-long series on it, please, comparing Terrence Crawford to Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Steve Kim and Dougie Fisher have been in their feelings about Floyd Mayweather Jr. dominating boxing for like 20 years now. 20 years. Going on 20 years. Or it's over 20 years. Yeah, like that long, man. Like, it's like that long that these dudes have been mad about Floyd Mayweather Jr., proving these guys wrong after wrong and wrong and wrong. Look, you can make a comparison between the two, but the comparison is nothing but an ode to the greatness of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Okay? I mean, making a comparison, people compare fighters all the time. He's just saying, man, he don't like when people does it. That's his right not to like it. You know what I mean? But let's not act like you guys ain't sitting there on the other side of it. You're on the other side. Even D-Style Boxing knows he's on the other side. Even he knows that there's sides. And say, hey, we're on other sides. And I'm like, hey, like what sides? What side? The people that keep acting like there's no side of the street are firmly on the side of the street. Okay? You guys are firmly out there knowing that you got issues with the people on the other side. Now, some people are more fair than other people are. But, man, Steve Kim is a straight troll. And these guys are like in this little media cabal, man, where they think they run something, man. Dog, y'all don't run nothing. Y'all don't run nothing. Nothing. You guys, nothing. You run nothing. You guys cannot help your fighters sell any tickets. None. The fighters you keep backing keep failing before they get to the money. You guys are clearly in the bag. Clearly in the bag. And like, it's just amazing to me. But I don't have a problem. I don't have any problem with somebody comparing Floyd Mayweather to Terrence Crawford, because it's not an unfair discussion to have. People did it to Ali for years and years and years. But guess what's going to happen? When Terrence Crawford is done, the next guy is going to be compared to Floyd. The next guy is going to be compared to Floyd. Easy. And they're going to use anything and everything they can to try to diminish Floyd. These people would not compare. How about you compare Terrence Crawford to Manny Pacquiao and say Terrence Crawford, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. would knock out, that Terrence Crawford would knock out Manny Pacquiao inside of 6 rounds if they fought. How about that? If you're going to compare against the guy that you guys said was the #1 guy in boxing over Floyd, Manny Pacquiao. What about that one? What about that comparison? What about Floyd? What about what Floyd Mayweather? What about what Terrence Crawford would do to Oscar De La Hoya? How about that one? Or what he would do to Miguel Cotto? How about that? You guys find it mighty's nice to just compare him to Floyd, which, by the way, you know, the first thing that I said about it is like, yeah, you know, it's not a bad comparison to make. You know, it's not a bad comparison to make. Terrence Crawford is really like that. That's a compliment to Terrence. However, let's not get crazy with it. You know what I mean? And think that this is going to be that's going to be some type of easy money for Terrence Crawford to fight Floyd. Nah, bro. I want to know where the comparison is between him and what he would do to the fighters you like. What about him? What about him and Virgil Ortiz? No, he didn't. D-Style is, first of all, D-Style suspect he used you in the LDBC to get hot. Then he turned. First of all, he's not hot. So he didn't get hot. He ain't hot. Like, he's same D-Style boxing he's always been. D-Style boxing's been around a long time, man. A long time. He's got a great channel. He's been very consistent. I don't think there's anything hot about him. Like, he's a good channel. He's a very bright guy. He tells the truth about what he thinks about boxing, and I respect him for it. He doesn't have to, he's a straight shooter. He's a good dude. That's what I think of D-Style boxing. It ain't about being hot. I'm not hot. You know what I mean? I'm not hot. These dudes, you know, no, man. Like, I will support his channel because I think he's a good dude. I think I like how he's an honest, straight shooter about the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? Back when I was supporting channels and going to other channels and listening to other channels. But then once it came that, you know, I got a bunch of gnats flying around my head, you know, I stopped going and I stopped listening because on the real, like, whatever, man, I got my opinion and I don't need to talk to y'all. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? The bigger YouTube boxing got, the more nasty people got. There was a time when people could just sit and talk. You know, and they didn't feel like they actually had, oh, I can't go here, I can't go there. Black channels do the same thing. There's a bunch of people, black folk on YouTube that won't come near my channel. From either direction, whether they're very, very quote unquote, you know, black channel advocates, or whether they're people that are like, you know, little he dude. You know what I mean? It's like cliquish. It's very, very cliquish. I mean, nah, but he's a good dude. He knows boxing. He's a smart guy. You know, and I have a lot of respect for him. I'm just saying, ain't nobody really hot. It's all ebbs and flows, man. It's all ebbs and flows. Bring back OG Boxing Talk, fam. I'm only going to do that most carefully. I am going to bring back OG Boxing Talk, but it's going to be done very, very carefully. Y'all ain't getting no ground off my back. No joke. I'm telling you, you're not going to get no ground off my back. Ain't going to happen, brother. Ain't nobody did it for you since me. So I ain't about to get back into that. And I mean that. I gave a channel some advice the other day. I gave him some advice, and that's the first time I gave anybody advice in a while. OG Boxing Talk is a program I used to have on Sundays where we go over the fights the next Sunday morning. It was a Sunday morning show, and it had a lot of people with different channels on it. But I'm not trying to I see certain dudes following and retweeting some of the same ones that never came over the chicken talk side. What you talking about? It ain't worth it for now. No, it's not. It's really not. It's really not. Shame you got a cave for the week, Fanon. I don't have to cave. What do you mean I got a cave for the week? Shame you got a cave for the week. What do you mean, Combat Lounge? When have I caved for the week? When have I ever caved? Number one. When have I ever caved? I ain't never caved. If you mean give in, I've never caved for anybody. in my life that I know of. Nobody. I don't think I've ever caved in my life. No, never had. Not that I can think of. Maybe a girl or something. Maybe a woman. I'm maybe. Would you like to explain how I caved for the week? Combat Lounge? I'm very interested in how I've caved for the week. There's a link right there. And you can explain that to me. I've never done it. Adjust your conversation because of their ability to misunderstand. I've never done that. I've never done that. Not one time. I've never done that. Yeah, nah, dude. Combat Lounge, here's the thing, though. You use that word. It may be a bad word, but you use that word. You got to understand how my mind works. You use that word. It's such a shame you have to cave for the week. You use that word. So that makes me wonder why you chose to use that word. I didn't do any of what you just said. None of it. And it's not the first time you've left a comment similar to that, where I had to wonder, are you dissing me, but being polite about it? And I'm being very obvious. I'm being very honest with you. That sounds like for multiple occasions now, I have to think that you're dissing me and you're trying to be slick about it. Quite honestly. Because you did say exactly what you said. That's the second sneak diss that you've done. The second. I don't remember what the first one was, but I remember thinking to myself, let me explain something to you. Nah, bro, I'm just telling you. The way that you phrase things make it seem like you're criticizing me, but you're trying not to criticize me at the time and not be rude. But to me, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, that's 2. That's 2. Just to let you know, that's 2. That's the second time you've done it. How can Boots be painted as a duck? How is Boots being painted as a duck? I have no idea how Duke can be a duck. No, I'm not gonna engage in it, dog. I'm not. I'm just telling you, Combat Lounge, that's the second time that you've said something that I'm like, wow, dude, why are you dissing me? And it's the second time you said bad choice of words. Bro, you said it's a shame you have to cave into. Shame, cave, weak. Just letting you know how that works in my mind. Shame, cave, weak, and me, all in the same sentence. Don't try to come up off me, bro. I know that type. Hey, I've been a boxing-related question. I was thinking about this in the past, but I was really thinking about Spence moving up to 160 for real. Do you think that's good for him? I don't know, man. It's probably easier for him to make weight. It's easier for him to make weight. It is. It's easier for him to make weight. I think they're saying that he's more healthy. I don't know. It's more healthy for him than if he was fighting at a weight where he's weak. Apologizing isn't caving. I haven't even apologized, bro. I haven't even apologized. I didn't even apologize. I didn't even apologize. Bro, how about you stop judging me? Let's do this. How about you talk boxing? How about what we get and we just get and stick to boxing? And you don't give me your opinion of me. And what a shame it is that I have to do anything. And then we won't have a problem with it. If you just talk about boxing, then we won't have to worry about me thinking that you're saying something about me caving weak and apologizing. Okay, bro, like, okay. Because man's looking sickly in the press conference before the fight, you don't want him to end up like Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz most definitely needs to move up and weight. But that's the problem with the same day weigh-in. I think that's the problem. Bye. That's the problem with the same day weigh-in. Yeah, that's what I said. PTSD from trolls. That's what I knew you were going to come on. You are dissing me, dude. I don't know who you talk to in your real life where you think you can sneak diss people and they don't know what you mean. I know what you mean, man. I get your intention behind your words. You are insulting me, and I know you're insulting me. I don't know why you think you can soft pedal it. PTSD from trolls? No. Grown-ass man that knows when somebody's insulting him and taking shots at him and trying to act as if he's not taking shots. I know passive-aggressive when I hear passive aggression. I have plenty of sisters. You're behaving like a woman. Now, I don't usually say that, but you're behaving like a passive-aggressive woman. And I'm being straight with you. You're being passive-aggressive. I am highly literate. I know what your tone is. Your tone is disrespectful. And you are sneak dissing me, but you're being passive-aggressive about it because you think somehow that's going to get you a pass. I will debate you on any boxing talk that you want, and I will destroy your raggedy ass. Take your ass back to the combat lounge and fuck off. I don't do indirect. You're being passive-aggressive and disrespecting me in a passive-aggressive fashion and then trying to play dumb like, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I mean, it was just a bad choice of words when I said just too bad you have to cave. Bro, you're not that smart, man. Not that smart. You just act like you're just passive-aggressive. Okay, you're just passive-aggressive. That's it. You're probably an accountant or something. So when somebody gets mad at you, you're just going to dock their pay. That's how I'm going to get back at you. Beat it. Well, I'm talking about it's such a shame you have to apologize. Man, stop acting like a little girly. Okay? If you got a problem with something I got to say it. PTSD from trolls. Dude, you're a troll. Man, it's like, I don't understand where you think this is, man. People ain't stupid, man. What's going on, the real mulatto? What's happening, brother?
Hey, how you doing, Fanon? Good morning.
Man, happy to talk to a straightforward dude that don't act like a little 12-year-old girl throwing rocks from behind a tree. What's up, man?
It's crazy, man. I was listening to you for the last week, hearing you break down everything, man. If these people don't see the truth, that you not biased, that you really like love boxing and care about the fans and the sport, then they blind, man. I'm telling you. I listened to you break it down. Like, I don't know, like everybody else got like an agenda they trying to push. I'm not gonna name names because I know you don't like that. but it seemed like everybody's trying to push an agenda, and I just wanted to say thanks for giving your your time and to this sport. Really appreciate it, Fanon.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you, Real Mulatto. I appreciate that because I don't have an agenda. I don't. Other than, hey, man, thank you for supporting the channel. Other than that, ain't no agenda, man. We up in here working, talking boxing on a regular basis, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Real Mulatto.
That's all I wanted to say. All right. Peace, Fanon.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. Oh, and you can hit the link too. And you are more than welcome to hit debate boxing with me anytime, brother. Ain't no need out there throw out there rocks. Ain't no need to throw little sneak disses out there. It's such a shame that you have to cave. No, bro. Let me tell you about you trolls. You think that because a bunch of bozos got something to say to me about Twitter, what you miss is this. They're talking about me. And it does really take a while before that really settles in. Like, yeah, dude, there ain't nothing going on in boxing. I can sit here for 3 hours and talk about whatever I want to talk about. And we're going to be able to talk to 405 people at 500, 600, 700 a time, sometimes 1,000, sometimes 2,000. People at a given moment are listening. And over the course of it, there's going to be 5,000, 6,000 people talk about it, even if they sick of talking about boxing. So these people on Twitter that get you so excited aren't doing anything to me. All they're doing is talking about me because they listen to me every day. I don't even know who they are. Now, Combat Lounge, while you try to get to where I am, keep working. Okay? Keep working. Keep working. So where you can do that. All right? I know the deal is some of y'all think you're smart. I know the deal. And let me tell you the specific people that I really like to fry. The ones that think because you got a college education and you think because you may be an accountant or something where you think you better than the rest of these Negroes who I be frying, that your ass won't get fried too. You will. You ain't no smarter than your average troll. You just less honest. Because you won't even admit that you just dissed me. You won't even admit that you disrespect, that you are purposely, that you know you're insulting me. Which makes me wonder if you're wearing fingernail polish or something. Makes me wonder whether or not you may, you may be one of them dudes going there, after you get done, you may be going to get your nails buffed or something. I don't know. You somebody, what? That's what makes me think. That's the kind of cat I think you may be. The Combat Lounge. Who even says lounge? The lounge. Hey, you take your ass, go sit back in your lounge where nobody's listening to you. Instead of getting your passive aggressive with me. Because I'll diss you straight up. And guess what? A lot of these trolls are dissing me because I diss them. A lot of these people don't like me because I don't like them. Understand that. I've been real rude and blocked to a lot of people. I'm not an innocent victim in this trollism. Believe it. Whole lot of people don't like me because I don't like them. Dougie Fisher probably don't like me because I don't like him. And I didn't like him first. Steve Kim don't like me because I don't like him. And I didn't like him first. Dan Rayfield don't like me because I didn't like him first. I didn't like him first. And I came aggressive at him first. So I don't have any problem with them dudes and their little shills not liking me. I'll talk bad about you as far as your boxing opinion in a second. They're not supposed to like me. I'm in the business of frying them. I'm in the business of let me expose you. So I ain't no hypocrite. I ain't got a problem with the smoke because I give the smoke. I'm sitting here calling people out every day. Who would I be if I balled up and I couldn't take a little of it myself? But I'm right here. And I'm undefeated. And y'all ain't jumping up here talking crazy, trying to debate boxing with me because you know full well when it comes to what positions I take, I don't jump out on a limb. You all jump out on a limb. I stay on the high ground so I can always see you coming up. It's an uphill battle every time you want to talk to me. It's an uphill battle. You got to go up, which means what? I can drop rocks down on you. I'm at the top. You got to come up. I will drop stones all on top of you because I'm not going to lie to you unnecessarily. I am not. And when I say unnecessarily, if it ain't your business, I'll tell you something if I don't want to tell you something. I ain't going to be out here just saying whatever. Your device is not connected. Combat Lounge, how can I help you?
I didn't like him first. And I came aggressive at him first. So
My fault. I got this my phone on. No, I think it was a misunderstanding, and I used a poor choice of words. What I was saying was when you said when you're gonna bring back the OG show, that you said you're gonna do it carefully. So I took that like, making sure that you don't. What's a good word to use? Don't get the mob involved and have to deal with that bullshit that they be bringing. So that's what I meant. But it's a shame that we can't just be straightforward. Just like you said, how we should just be able to just talk. That's what I meant. And I was like, it's a shame that you even have to even think about that kind of shit, dealing with that kind of shit. So that's what I was trying to convey.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for explaining.
You got it.
Peace. Fair enough, man. You came up like a man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we'll drop that subject dead, bro. We'll drop that subject dead right there. I can appreciate that, brother. That's real right there. Hey, 1-1 bro said support. Thank you, brother. And my guy Kamal Oz in the building says, will corporate media give PBC credit for Boo Boo and Benavidez? No, of course not. That's not their job, man. What those guys are going to do, is they're going to continue to push ESPN fighters and Golden Boy fighters. No, I understand. I appreciate him getting up here, bro, because I can misunderstand things. I can definitely misunderstand things. I really can. But I just, and I don't know him from Adam, and I appreciate that, bro, and I'll start clowning. I'm just telling you, like, a lot of people don't like me because I will definitely bring the smoke. I'm not innocent. I unhit him. Thank you, brother. I'm not innocent in these people's dislike of me. And I will tell you that in a minute, that I am not in my lifetime, bro. I'm not the person that's going to sit back and take abuse from anybody. If I think it's abuse, I'm going at you because it's better you than me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely respect him a ton. And I'll wrench him up. Fanon, you called it Ryan Garcia, Pitbull, Cruz is asking for him. Yeah, man, of course they want that, man. Yeah, that's the fight he wants. They set that fight up with the last one. That's a good fight to make, too. That's a really good fight to make. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you for unblocking him. And then I'll wrench you up, brother. And again, if I really misread you, I misread you. If I misread you, I misread you. And there's a lot of cats, bro, like T. Orlando Pearson, man. T. Orlando Pearson, man, I don't know what I said about T. Orlando. But at least you guys understand the position that I'm in. The position that I'm in is I don't know. I'm at a disadvantage. I don't know what people are coming with. But I tell you, just for my own mental, it's all good. I understand. Yeah, brother, I appreciate you, bro. That's man stuff. Let me rinse you up. I'm gonna wait till we get to the end. I'm gonna rinse you up, brother. You're more than welcome, brother, for to the chat. And I'm gonna and definitely will read what you say with much more carefully. Man, where is this shit? Man, I'm looking for it. Where is it? Could have sworn he just put it in there. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I see you. Oh no! I clipped to your land. I clipped to your land. Terry Schmoot. Hold on 1 second. I think I clipped Terry Schmoot. I think I clipped Terry Schmoot. I did. I accidentally took your moderator for a second, Terry. I double clicked too. I'm sorry. No, I got you. I got you back though. I got you and I got you back. I got you and I got you back. Yeah, I be clipping. Yeah. I definitely be clipping dudes. Clipped again. I clipped him again. Bang, bang. Sorry. I got you right, brother. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. I just want you to know, man, all this stuff there, these Twitter dudes, that's to me, that's nothing but mainstream media right there. That man Fahim said, good, leave him clipped. Nah. There's always a place in the conversation with people that don't like me. There is, seriously, man. I don't like King. King's a valuable part of the channel. He really is. If I didn't have King to blast, dog, I would never be able to say nothing to Rick Glazier, because Rick Glazier ain't coming over here, dog. Dog, Rick Glazier ain't coming over, and I don't even want him over here. But I can't believe that you guys don't see what these channels really are, man. And these guys on Twitter, man, come on, man. These dudes don't be really, come on, man. These guys think that they got these big old followings and they can mobilize their followers to do this and mobilize their followers to do that. Dog, you can mobilize your followers to kiss my behind is what you can mobilize your followers to do. You know what I'm saying? Mobilize your followers to get off my nuts. I don't care about these dudes. Hey, Terry Schmoo said, I always get shot. Salute to Fanon. Thank you, brother. And Combat Land said, I appreciate the upgrade. I appreciate you, sir. For real. Because, really, I do. I'm telling you, because I be going in on cats. I do. And I know, and I appreciate any grown man more mature than me. Okay? Because no joke, bro. I got a hot head, and I do. I've always had it, though. But that's because I grew up as the only black person in a school with all white people. Maybe it was like one Asian kid and an Indian kid in the upper class. But for the most part, I was the only black kid there. So I got a lot of stuff thrown at me. Literally, physically, verbally, physically, all kind of stuff. So, dude, it was about, I think I got a good case of I don't give a fuck right around the 4th grade. It was in the 4th grade that I was like, nah, it ain't me, it's you. like I got an attitude in the 4th or 5th grade where I was like, nah, there ain't nothing I can do to change your mind and stop y'all from acting like this. It ain't me, it's you. So I got it. So I don't really care. There's nothing these dudes can say that's going to make me feel quiet and go hide. Only thing you're going to do is get me to cuss you out and fight. That's it. I'll be damned. Y'all can beat me to death. You ain't having me cowering in no hole. Like, you ain't going to have me, I'm not talking boxing today because Errol lost. You must be nuts. I'm going to do a 5-hour live stream all week so I can get y'all to come over here and explain to me exactly why I'm supposed to be apologizing to you for something you never did. Is what I want to know. Why exactly should I be humble to you exactly? Who are you? And I don't even know Terrence Crawford nothing because I bought the fight. I was one of the 650,000 people, and I bought that fight twice. Just so you know, I bought it for my father, and I bought it for myself. I bought it twice. Fanon had to hang with the Indians, and now I hang with the black folk. You tripping. I hung out by myself. No, I would hang out with the white folk, but watch this. I would hang out with white kids, but the white kids could not hang out with me in public. So if I was walking home with somebody, I would just walk around the corner the different way before they got to their parents' house. So you better believe that I know 100% what is in these people's minds and how these dudes behave and what they're about. I'm not confused. A lot of y'all just don't want to be the kid. You just don't want to be the kid that nobody wants to play with. That's what you want. You want to be the kid that nobody wants to play with. I'm the kid that's going to go walk, that's going to get on a bicycle and ride 4 miles on a bicycle to get where the black kids are. That's what I'm going to do. As soon as I got old enough to ride a bike far enough to go hang out with black kids, I got on a bike and rode over there. I got on a bike and rode my bike over there or walked over there. Like, man, I'm out of here. I'll walk over there. I'll spend an hour and a half, 2 hours walking there, and I'm going to walk 2 hours back. My legs will be plenty strong at the end of it, but I'm going to hang out with somebody that I want to be around. That was me. Y'all are the ones that are going to go along to get along. Start feeling like, yeah, if I just say this, they'll be nice to me if I just say all them black people or something's wrong with all of them. Then then, then they'll like me. I don't want them to like me. I already know they do like me. No, I was going to hang out with my boys. No. I was hanging out with my boys. I was too young at that time to really be focusing on girls too much. Anyway, Terry Smoot said, Fanon, salute to Fanon in the channel. If you like good NBA, NFL talk, come to the Last Laugh podcast. Yep, I'm on the podcast. They are here learning boxing. That's what's up, bro. He said, my bad, Fanon. We don't do boxing talk over there. No, you can do it all day, bro. You can do it all day, man. Support those brothers, man. You can put a link in the chat, all of that. Terry Schmoot, you volunteer. You volunteer to the channel. You are important to the channel. You know what I mean? Hey, he got his ass kicked. What he said, he got his ass kicked. Bud took his soul, and we're going to talk more about him if he loses again, and the outcome is not going to change. He got mopped like a spill. Yeah, Javar Tillman, sure. And now let's talk about you. Since you want to go pointing all those fingers at that man and his loss, what's your record? What's your boxing record? He took his soul? You think he's God now? He can take that man's soul? I don't think I've ever said that about a fighter. Win or lose, bro, I've never said that. Let me tell you what kind of people y'all are. I don't remember anybody really tearing down at Ryan Garcia after Ryan Garcia lost. I don't remember doing that. Do you guys remember that? I don't remember that. Hey, much love to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App, for real. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means a ton to the channel. Thank you more than you know. Thank you. I need to know, man. I don't remember anybody doing this to, let's see. I don't remember all of this from Sean Porter losing to Terrence Crawford. I don't remember everybody doing this to Sean Porter when Sean Porter lost to Errol Spence. I don't remember Errol Spence Jr. fans doing all of that to Kell Brook when Kell Brook lost. It's only you Bud fans, fake Bud fans for some reason, that are insisting that you're not gonna let this go for weeks. That's what the 50-footer said. That's what the 50-footer said. We're gonna keep this going for weeks. No, you're not. Last Laugh Podcast said, appreciate the love. Now hit that like button. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I ain't got no problem helping anybody grow. We didn't do that to Wilder when he lost. No. They did do that to Wilder when Wilder lost. They still trying to rub it in people's face that Wilder lost. People will still get on this channel and talk about Wilder lost and try to rub it in their face, rub it in their faces. They absolutely do that to Wilder still. Deontay Wilder's the only one that still gets that stuff rubbed in his face. Anytime you want to talk about him, then one of these bozos, oh, Wilder, you just mad that, and it's not even the UK fans, it's the haters. It's the ones that want black fighters to fail. Every Wilder win, they saved him. Including you, including that Mr. Counter idiot that I still to this day remember you talking about, dog. I mad about Sergey Kovalev losing to Andre Ward. Mad about it, dog. Mad about it. Wanted Andre Ward out of boxing for his low blows. He's a low blow. He's a cheater. Now you can't say anything about weight drains or you're making an excuse. Bro, that Andre, man, got dog. Sergey Kovalev got beat up. Got beat up, thumped up. Man, of course, they don't buy the fights, man. You know they don't buy them fights, bro. You know they don't buy them fights. You know they don't buy them fights. But look, man, hey, what it said, Show said, hey, Terry, I thought someone said Kang on here with you. Kang was here today. Kang, call him Kang. Yeah, I'll call him Kang. be disrespectful in the pronunciation of king. Man, you say Kang. And the funny thing is, why don't you ever talk about the Southern people that speak like that? Because that's a Southern accent. 100% a Southern accent. Just like white people sound in Alabama. They sound the exact same. They sound just like that, the Alabamians. But look, I'm going to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys for supporting the channel today. Oh, Jamal, thank you, brother. Added 5 minutes to the chat. Say, a coworker, all of mine. This guy is rude. Me, it's a boxing channel. Her, coworker, all in mine. Coworker, all in mine. That guy is rude. Me, it's yeah, I am rude. He's like, that guy is rude. I am rude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can be rude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can be rude. I can be rude. It's a boxing channel. It's kind of about combat. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. The Combat Lounge. Thank you, brother. Like, yeah, we can be rude. It would be boring if I was polite all the time. My wife says the same thing to me. Like, I really don't like the energy that you have. And she's constantly giving me like different ways that I could get user interaction without being rude. Like, nah, that's really not the culture, bro. And she don't like when I call her bro. Just don't bro me. That's really not the culture. You know what I mean? The culture is give smoke, get smoke. And you have to kind of abide by it, man. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's all love, you know. At the end of the day, man, you know, that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't really get, you know, too wrapped up in it. You know, that's why I kind of like Lil Dude. Lil Dude, I kind of like him. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like Lil Dude. I think he'd probably be a decent dude to hang out with. Disagree with, but, you know, like him. He's a good dude. I think he's a good dude, personally. Dougie Fisher, I think, is probably a really good dude. Steve Kim can take a long walk off a short pier because I think I don't even like to call Asians racist because really I have a hard time even conceiving why any black person would give a rat's ass, would one of them think, about you being black when all they're doing when they do that shit is trying to divert the attention that is on their ass too. But, you know, it perplexes me. Like it truly perplexes me how a black person could ever get mad at that, especially in the United States. I have no idea how that could bother you at all because all they're doing is covering up for the fact that they have to deal with the same thing, and they're doing the same thing as the black people that criticize black people all the time. They don't want the smoke with the people they know damn well is causing the smoke. They don't want the smoke from the smoke machine because you know what I'm saying? They just don't want the smoke from the smoke machine. They ain't about to turn around and say nothing to them white folk. They ain't about to say nothing. If they trying to get ahead, who they going to do? They're going to point at black people and act like they're pointing their finger down when all they're doing is pointing their finger sideways. Because you know what? What do we say? I'm telling you, when you get rid of those, you got rid of them ACTs and all of that stuff. When you got rid of race-based stuff, you just hurt yourself. Because when they get rid of these SATs and they get rid of these SATs and ACTs, and they go to the university can let whoever they want in based off whatever criteria they want because they're private and they can do what they want. Your ass is not going to be in there. And by the way, when GTB, what's that stuff called? Chat, GPD, chat. When those suckers start killing them lawyers' jobs and killing them engineers' jobs and killing them knowledge worker jobs, bro, you're going to be the same thing. You need to listen to the parables, to the examples of the black community to know what's going on, you dummies. Now, let me speak for a second on that topic before I get up out of here. Does anybody remember what's the name of that story we all heard when we were kids? Where was this black guy, a black slave I don't even know if he was a slave, but it's a story about automation. It was a story about automation. And this guy, it's not Paul Bunyan, but it's along the Paul Bunyan. What's the name of the guy that was like, he was going through, he was trying to, he basically, it was a bet that he had that he could beat a coal machine. John Henry, thank you. John Henry. Listen to this. When the coal machine, when they had coal miners who were literally chopping through mountains to get the coal with pickaxes, they brought in a machine. And the machine raced that individual man all the way through. But at the end of it, John Henry died because he made it pass and outwork the machine. But the machine got through it, and it was about automation and how ultimately automation is going to win. You literally have people giving legal doing contracts and suggesting contract language and interrelating different things in different portions of the contract automatically, which means attorneys that had that job, they don't got to pay all that money for you anymore. And doctors, they're not going to need to pay you all that money. General practitioners and all of those type of people, they're going to automate you guys out of existence. But you did not care when it was the coal miner. You didn't care when it was the auto parts manufacturer. You didn't care when the unions were fighting against them moving jobs out of the United States and into South America. You didn't care about that. And now they're bringing in all of you knowledge workers from India and Asia, and driving the price down on the Americans, right? And now they're going to bring automation in right behind you. Automation in right behind you. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Looking down on everybody. I don't know why I can't put a link in. I tried to put a link in 3 times. For some reason, my link's not working for me. All right, there you go. There's that link. And come on, Oz. Hey, appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Thank you, Lab, all day, bro. And my guy, come on, Oz said, thoughts on Wilder Otto Wallen if Ruiz keeps BSing? I'll take the fight. I like that fight. I like the fight. Fighting the southpaw, that's funny. I don't know, man. Otto Wallen, I think he should probably fight an orthodox fighter if he's trying to fight Terrence Crawford next. That's what I think. I think he should probably do that. I thought I put the comment in the comment. There's the link. Wonder why that's not coming in. Yeah, there you go, right here. You still can't see it? It's right above you. It's right above you. It's right above you. Terry, what's up, man?
No, Fanon, my bad. I was about to go type in the stage. I wanted to.
Hey, nice. Hey, fresh cut, dog. Fresh cut.
Man, you know yes. I'm at the. You see the office right here, so you already know we got it. You already know we got to keep it.
Got to keep it fresh, dog. Got to look. Hey, got to keep the part. What's up, man?
No, I wanted to jump on real quick because you were hitting a little bit, and you know me as a former educator, as a former mathematics teacher. I wanted to jump on how you were talking about everything because let's be honest right now, Fanon, I had told you because I still have wherewithal and everything in regards to the education field. I've been told you they were getting rid of the SAT and the ACTs, and what happened? It was over here in California, and who did it benefit? It benefited Black students and Black kids the most because we got over 54 to 60% more in regards to college acceptance than any other race or, you know, ethnicity. We had the biggest growth out of everybody. So with removing the SAT and ACT, and now they're removing legacy admissions, you know what I mean? The people that be doing them donors, and that doesn't mean you just get a free ride up in here. Now that hurt them. But remember, removing the SAT and everything, that elevates us, because now you're leveling the playing field, am I right? And so now
Yes, it is.
the cream does rise to the top, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like that now, all that, the stigma and everything on what they push. That's why I was saying, like, when you talk that education stuff, I'm always predicated on education, because as a former teacher, like, I always stay within that. And plus, as a mathematics teacher, they always talked about, like, mathematics is going to be going for like the next 25 to 30 years. It's a mandatory. And so
It's
when
going to be what?
No, mathematics is a mandatory, in a sense, like, you know, STEM, science, technology, English, and mathematics, those things are going to be continued for the next 25 to 50 years, because that's what is essential. You do need science. You do need technology. You do need mathematics. You do need engineering and English, whatever you want to count the E as. But considering when you jumped on that, I just wanted to say that as Black people, because they are taking certain things away, we're actually winning. We're actually winning. So that means those things, if I am right, Fanon, those things were actually roadblocks. They were actually roadblocks for us.
Yeah,
right?
That's what they were there for. The ACT and the SAT score is there to prevent, it's a barrier to entry. So they say, okay, we're going to put these up here. We've got to be able to pass these standardized tests. And that is an advantage to people that can afford to train for those standardized tests. But what happened with the standardized test is that Indians and Asians are by and large beating the tar out of white American kids in those tests.
Because they knocking 2200s out of that. It's now 2400. They knocking 21s, 2000s.
They're doing that stuff. So what happens is it's now becoming a barrier entry to white students. And that's not the intention. So they're going to say, let's get rid of this. Because you guys don't remember what the purpose is. You act like, see, what I see is people that don't want to accept the truth. And this is what these Donald Trump people will tell you in a minute if you listen to them.
You're talking the MAGA people?
They will tell you in a minute. This is a white country. This country is for white people. It was founded by white people. It's for white people. We don't care who was here first. We don't care what you say. We are nationalists. We don't want globalism. We don't want your wokeness. We want to make money for our kids and to live a good life. And that's what we care about. And you guys want to talk about all the fuzzy shit on top of it. When Black people been here for all the time telling you what every law has always come down to. They're going to be on top.
So
and if something happens,
Fanon, last question: are we actually the real people that are upholded to the law? Like the law and the amendments, they're really made for us, because other people, they're not beholden.
What I think Black people are is this: we live closer with, we are closer to, and have lived longer with, side by side, everywhere that there is in this country, with the Europeans that control this country longer than everybody else, and we have the most realistic view of what it is.
True.
These guys are coming over from other countries with this American dream. We ain't never had no American dream.
We never had it.
What we are living with is this. We know where we started at the bottom, literally in the bottom, and we know what it is. It is what they say it is. It is what they always said it was, until it became unpopular to say it. That's why Neely Fuller Jr. to me is so important, because he said, look, you think the word white supremacy is something that Black people made up. It's not. It's what white people called it. They said that this is about white global supremacy, and they were not in the 1800s, the early 1900s, all the way up to the 1920s and 30s. They didn't hide behind that at all. They would tell you that it's apartheid, just like apartheid in South Africa. They had regimented classes in South Africa. They had regimented classes here. It's you have the white, and it came from feudalism in Europe when it was like the Scotsman did not have the rights of an Englishman. Feudalism was their society was stratified into hard strats, turfs.
Yes, serfs and every the serfs on the artisans.
All of that stuff.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what they are living under, we're living under I think that people are living under every time and it works every single time. If there is a rule, work backwards from the rule to how it keeps the status quo in place.
True.
So
I think that's why you always say that it doesn't matter who's in place. If we take out white supremacy, it'll be another one that'll come in place.
That's why anytime this is why they say, look, you cannot solve until you solve racism. You're not going to solve any of those other problems, none of them, because that's the stratification that they had. Now, if you move into another ism and you start talking about economic isms and you classify people in a different way other than race, then you're still going to have the problem as long as you have a caste system.
Yep.
So what I'm telling you,
we're a color caste system.
It's color caste system, and it's no different than what's in India. India has a caste system called Hinduism. That's a caste system. Apartheid was a caste system.
Yes,
the United States had a caste system. If you're white, you're right. If you're brown, stick around. If you're black, get back. That's a caste system. So, and everybody knows it's a caste system. But what I tell you why I don't really pay attention to, they don't understand that you're in the stick around category. You're not in the you're right category. So once Indians and Asians start excelling in the ACTs and they're blowing away Americans, and you thought that that's your way to get into that school, you better believe they're going to change that rule on you.
That's why they put out that for Harvard when they talking about we couldn't get in. And it's like, bro, just because you guys got 2200s on them SATs doesn't make you automatically, and you guys got 3.8 GPAs. I understand you guys met the guidelines, but that doesn't mean you should get in there like that.
Look, it does. Here's the thing. I'm telling you, the whole guideline is there to keep people out. And you're brown. And you're
bro, look at me. Look at my shirt. Look how close I am to
brown. Like there, I'm telling you, you are a non-white person, and you found a way to jump the fence. So what are they going to do if you jump the fence? They're either going to raise the fence or they're going to take the fence out and draw a gully in it. They're just going to change the rule. You think you did something by eliminating them being able to take race into consideration because you think you don't need the race to be considered. You need the test score. So they're just going to get rid of the test score.
So now so what's the metric now? It's basically like merit based now because once you take
let me tell you what the metric is going to be. The metric is going to be whatever gets them the people that they want in that school. That's the metric is going to be. Whatever they need to get the people in that school that they want in that school and keep the people out that school that they don't want out that school. That's why. They used to just say, nigga, you can't apply.
Remember.
That's what it used to be. They used to just be able to put up a sign. That was enough.
But remember, Fanon, that got hard with the University of Mississippi and University of Miami. Remember when they had to allow them black people in? Remember they had to allow them football players in the 70s, remember? And it was hard. It was hard.
Remember it when I was a kid. They don't want you living in certain neighborhoods. If you don't live in a neighborhood, they're not going to sell you the house. If they start selling you the houses, I'm telling you that neighbor is going to turn into the hood before too long. That's what's going to happen because that is what it is. And people want to act like it is not what it is, and that's on you. But me, I know full well you are bugging if you think that you are going to get over on Harvard University and you're going to have 90% Indians and Japanese in Harvard.
We all got 2300s on the SATs. We smashed.
I don't care. They're just going to say that that's cheating because it is. It's cheating. It's cheating. First of all, it's not indicative of your intelligence. How well you were trained in math.
It's just a test. It's just a test.
That's just how indicative how well you were trained. That's just how well you were trained and whether or not you had access to it, whether you had a certain talent for it. But it is so minimal between a kid that gets I don't even know the score, 1,200 or whatever, 1,400.
I got me. I'll be honest with you, Fanon. I honestly got a 1540.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
what's
afraid
the
to say that,
highest?
but
What's
I
the
was at a
highest?
2400. I feel like I was stupid again, but I got a 1540. I feel like I was stupid though. Let's be honest. I got a 1540.
And you
But I
feel like
also
you're
had
stupid?
a 3.1 GPA, so it wasn't like I was a dummy. But I did have that 1540, so I was like, I wasn't as cool. Like, I had a lot of Asian friends. A lot of my friends are, international as a black, but then I did better than our other friends. But with us, like, as a standard, I'm like, I got a 1540 out of the 2400, but then I got a 3.18 GPA in high school. Like, what do you deal with that? Like, and then in college, I end up doing better. Like, you say I'm a dummy? You would have
Did
to
you have
say
a
I'm a dummy.
job?
You see that?
No, did you have a job in high school?
Oh, no. In high school,
Did you
my
run
only
track
job.
in high school?
No, oh, my job was to get good grades, or at least to get into college, and then we got into UC Riverside.
Yeah, but question: is your mother a math teacher or an engineer?
No, my mom, she works at she worked at what they call Singular Wireless, now AT&T, as a customer service rep. My dad works in the school district.
So listen, that's my point. If your father is an engineer and your mother is an engineer, your ACT, your math score is going to go through the roof because they can teach you math in their house. That's a reflection. A lot of times that's a reflection of the access that you've had to people. Just like are certain people good basketball players, depending on what city they came from, because they have different people giving them access to the skills necessary to do it. True. So what you'll find is that that's not going to be indicative of your real world performance. But at the same time, it doesn't matter because we're not in a meritocracy. It's not a meritocracy. We're acting as if it's a meritocracy because you have these scores, then you deserve that. No, they will look at you and say, you know what? Even if it wasn't at a higher level design like that, they can look at you and be like, look, man, I talked to you. You got the purpose. You got the personality of a paper bag.
No, and it's not you, Fanon. It's just as a person that grew up like that, and I'll end up the call. I just want to say no, I just, because when it comes to education, I used to be in that field. I got my mathematics credential. That's where I'm able to work as a project coordinator right now. But I wanted to say this.
You gonna get your Scrum?
No, what'd you say, sir?
You gonna get your Scrum Master?
I really want to go get my project management degree from Cal State Long Beach, which is down there, because I'm in Long Beach. I want to go get my
project. P&P. You don't have to go to school for that. Just take the P&P courses.
But I mean,
you can get an online.
We're gonna have to talk, because I'll tell you right now, like I'm in a position where I've been here for like a year and a half, and I see where if I get certain kind of certifications or some upgrades, the pay raise is gonna upgrade.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
and not only that,
I'm a project coordinator.
Let me tell you, it goes from project coordinator. You get your P&P. Once you get your P&P, then you become. You can also, I think, agile, agile and lean. Dude, you'll be out. And the thing is, that allows you to go from one job to another job.
See, here's the thing. I love my company. I do love the company. I love the company. But I know the money is. That's why, Fanon, you and me, we're gonna have.
I'll talk to you, brother. Trust me, man.
No,
I got all kind of family members.
Now, here's my last thing. As much as you love Neely Fuller, I love Chancellor Crest. Was it Dr. Chancellor Williams?
Yeah. The historian.
If you know about him,
I do.
I know of the Black Civilization. That book.
Yeah.
I hold true to you.
I actually probably need to read that. But hey, man, let me get back with you, bro, because I'm about to bounce up out of here, man. All right, bro. Yeah, anyway, I didn't mean to go in that, man. I didn't mean to go in that for a while. Hey, real quick, Mr. Ramsey said, hey, they give smoke. You're the incinerator. Yeah, man, I'm sorry if y'all think I'm rude. I'm sorry, I can be rude. But it is what it is, man. That's what we go back and forth on. It is what it is. And my guy, hey, John Ram said John Henry. Yep, absolutely. You guys keep thinking you fancy. You keep thinking you fancy. I'm telling you, you keep acting, you keep thinking you fancy. You keep thinking it's the hard work that's going to get you there. And you guys are somehow going to pop out the top. You're tripping. You pop too hard, they will go find your town and do it just like they did them towns in Omaha, in Oklahoma. They will do you just like Rosewood. They will do you just like all of that and route your ass out. You out here bugging if you think it's soft around there. Hey, said change your hashtag to change your hashtag more than boxing. Thank you, brother. Oh, I can definitely talk about more than boxing. That's why I don't even understand why you get worried about somebody, a non-white person saying anything about you. I have no clue why you guys get offended, why black people get offended at all. At all. There's no reason to get offended. You just sit around and wait. Because just like all those Asian kids did, and I'm telling you, I ain't got nothing against anybody. But man, they all wound up happening to them. They would sit there thinking everything was sweet. Thought it was, it's just them blacks. Till their ass found themselves in an alley and they let them know without no doubt what the deal was. Let them know without a doubt what the deal was. Just all you got to do is get cute and act like you taking something from them or have them get jealous of you. That's all you need is a little jealousy. A little jealousy gets you fried in the United States, bro. So all I'm saying that about is not any disrespect or intention towards anybody else. But don't get fancy now. Don't get fancy. You speak English. They don't speak Japanese unless they're going over there to try to get something from you. That's who speaks Japanese. Somebody going over there to try to get something from you. That's who speaks the language. Spanish is a European language just like English is. You ain't speaking Aztec. That language is dead. At least in Africa, they still got their languages. At least in Africa, they got their languages, and they won't let them speak Kiswahili in the United Nations. Won't even give them a translator to make them people have to listen to them guys talking to them in Kiswahili. It's got to be a European language. You guys are out here all tripping with your arrogance and you thinking you better than somebody. I just don't understand how the world you black people think you any worse. Everything that they got, we got somebody doing the same thing. Everybody. You got billionaires, we got billionaires. You got athletes, we got athletes. You got professors, we got professors. You got engineers, we got engineers. You got Harvard students, we got Harvard students. What you got that we ain't got? I'm still waiting on it. Except I'll tell you what we got that you ain't got, a realistic view of what this country is. Y'all just waiting on you just waiting on that hard like knife. That hard knock life to hit you upside the head is what you're waiting on. Out here tripping, trying to blame us. Oh, this anti race. What? All right, whatever, bro. Anyway, why you got to have jobs? Why you got to have your businesses in black communities? Because they're not going to let you have them in theirs. Nope, that's too many of you in here. We about to shut this down. Martin, it seems as though Coach Calvin's words regarding Shakur reign truer as days go by because he said Shakur really not like the hard dude image he been putting out. Yeah, he crying for everything. Yeah, he needs to stop. They're speaking French and African, but yeah, they still speaking their languages. They still speaking their languages because you can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of the African. Way too many of them. Way too many of them. Believe it. And there's not enough to do. There's a lot more of them than they say there are, bro. There's a lot more of them than they say there are. I don't even believe the numbers, bro. I'm telling you right now, I don't even believe the numbers. I don't believe, man, I knew some cats from Venezuela. They were breaking down. They're like, man, the United States is always lying on how big South America is. And he showed me a map when I was working. He's like, look, this is how big South America is. He's like, this is how big America is. And this is how big South America is. But if you look at how they mix it, you think they're the same size. You think they're the same size. They're nowhere near the same size. For all I know, Africa is way bigger than they're actually saying that it is. For all I know. I'm just telling you. Expensive paper. Thank you, brother. Anyway, but I'm out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank you for that $20 holler, brother. Thank you for the support. It means so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I need a break from the mainstream. That's why we rock with you. Thank you, brother. It is in the younger, on the average European nations, and they're going to grow. Oh, Africa is huge, and their population is growing like crazy, and they're trying to infiltrate it with the we need to make sure you guys have these rights there for these people that don't want to have babies. I have an ex who is Haitian and was born in Canada, and oh my, having a chick speak passions. Oh, you wildin', bro. Look, they are literally out there talking to these African nations about one of the most important things we have for you is we need for you to be able to have people change their pronouns. That's the most important thing for you. And they're like, nah, we got starving kids. You can keep that. You can keep that. It's crazy. It's crazy that they're trying to push that over there. Man, that shit ain't flying. If it does fly, man, that's crazy. But anyway, it is what it is. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's peace to you, bro? Get back with you, my guy, Nevi. Hey, Last Laugh Podcast. Shout out to you, brother, and continued success. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.